Go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Stout Sturdy D&D podcast for the Asylum channel. Welcome this evening. Last week what have we just done to my thing? There you go. Oh, someone's changing the pages. Okay. Last week we finished kind of the campaign that we were playing, and so we're all getting prepared for a new campaign. We've been using up till now Fantasy Grounds, and we've decided to have a little look at Tabletop Simulator to see if it will hopefully give you people watching a better visual representation of what we're doing. And the plan would be we're going to play it a lot more traditional D&D style, so it's going to be more pen and paper style, but just using the Tabletop Simulator in front of you as a source of just like a visual aid. So if any of you have seen Critical Role or anything like that, it's just basically like our only way of having a physical construction in front of you to show you your positions and things like that. So this is what our plan is with this. Fingers crossed that it's not buggy and it all kind of works. It's taken me, I spent over 24 hours already within the game getting it set up, learning how the controls work and everything else. So we're getting there. It's getting a bit of an idea. So today's stream is just going to be informative. It's just going to be us practicing. Everybody here, this is the only time we can easily get people together to learn the software and things like that. So we're going to learn the software together, learn how to create characters, and then hopefully we'll try a little bit of combat and see how we get on with like rolling dice. And then if people have got questions in chat, if you want to ask questions, you're more than welcome. And then also if any of you guys have got questions about how it works, anything that might be missing from the table that we need or anything like that. So this is what this is about, just trying things, seeing how it works. So I'll do probably like a little scenario, and then we play it as if you were playing a game, and then we can see how different situations are handled when they come up. So fingers crossed it'll all go well. If not, blame somebody else. Okay, so first of all, basic controls of the table. If you use W, A, S, and D, the usual movements, that also moves you around the table easier than maybe using your mouse. Middle mouse button also does the same thing. I've just told you right mouse button spins you around, and then mouse wheel zooms you in and out. So one of the things that's probably very handy to do at the start is you can actually set up like some custom camera angles. So if you go to where your seat is, so if you hover over to where your seat is, zoom in so that you can sort of see the table bit in front of you, like the calculator and everything else, into a good angle that if you had like a character sheet or whatever there, do that. So go to, I think if you press, I don't know if there is a quick way. So go to where you're sitting, so you're purple. Yeah, but zoom right in. That's it. You can zoom out a little bit more than that. That's it, something like that. So if you press, I think, Control and 1, it should say saved camera angle or saved camera to 1. Okay. So once you've done that, you zoom right out if you want, and we'll pick where you want second. Personally, I would go something like over the top of the table, so like a heads down. So if you want to look at a bird's eye view of the table. I'll tell you what, hang on.
Explosion imminent.
Actually, it doesn't matter which way we can change that later.
Immediately.
So get it to a position you want. Try lengthways because that's where the map's going to be.
I can do. Oh.
You want the kind of width across the screen because most maps are going to be widthways down, but you can spin around. This is just to set you a couple of presets. That's it. Yeah. So if you now and then press Control and 2, that will save camera angle 2. So then if you want to switch between the two different camera angles, hold down Shift and press 1.
Control and 2.
Yeah, Control and 2.
So clever.
So then press Shift and 1. That'll take you to your overhead screen where your character sheet and everything else will be. And then Shift and 2 will take you to the bird's eye view.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a quick way of being able to transfer. If you want to look at your character stats or anything else, you can do that quickly. The other thing you might want to do is, it's up to you, or at any time you want to do it, just set up some more camera angles. So obviously this is going to be a 3D board,
like
so if you want to see it from all four different angles of the board, maybe go around and set up camera angle 1, 2, 3, and 4. But you might want to do it a bit later when we get something in there as well, because it'll be a bit more obvious on how you want to set your cameras up. So we'll go with that. The other thing that you want to probably notice is that if you hover over the character sheet that's in the middle of the table at the moment, and hold the left Alt button. It'll bring, as if you're like picking up the piece of paper, it'll show you up close in front of your face. So just press Alt where you're hovering the mouse over the top. Doesn't matter where. Alt, yeah.
Sweet.
Hold it down. Okay, so the other thing that will be useful for, if I can find, let me get something out of here. Actually, no, let's do it here.
That goes for everything, right? The candle.
So that should go for everything. I'll just show you now. So if I dump this card on the table, same thing with that. If you hold down Alt, it'll bring it up nice and large so you can see. It's just a much easier way of reading it all.
Very nice.
And it means you can have piece of papers stacked, and if it just shows a title, you can hover over the title and hold Alt, and it will show you the whole piece of paper.
Yeah, same with like your note cards, the calculator, anything like that. It'll show everything up.
So if I want to go back to one of my views, what do I press?
Shift,
Shift
and then whatever one it's saved as.
Okay.
Okay. So everyone happy with that so far?
Yep.
Okay.
Just one thing, so your maps are all going to be landscape.
Well, probably. I mean, it's hard because if it's like I don't know. So like one of the ones I got where you're going into a cave, it will be landscape. If you're doing like a walk through the forest, then obviously that can be portrait or landscape. It just depends on how you want to view it. If there might be some where I'll have a back and a front, but otherwise, whatever way you want to view it, mostly. Hopefully, I don't know. I've only got a few maps done. So yeah, that's basics for that sort of thing. On the desk in front of you, you've got like 3 counters. There's a 3 counters, a calculator, and then this roll card in front. We're probably not going to bother with this roll card. I don't like it much personally. It's like rolling dice, but without actually. It's just using a random number generator, so you don't even see any dice being thrown or anything like that. It will just do it for you and add modifiers and things like that. So it's not. Personally, I don't like it, so we'll probably just delete them from the table unless they come. I'll leave them for now in case something comes up and it looks like it's a reason to have them. But like I said, I'd rather go more pen and paper, so we'll actually throw stuff. That little hexagon pad that's there is also a dice thrower as well. So if you did have some virtual dice, you can use those.
Ooh,
You can have the
that's quite
virtual
cool.
dice.
I have got virtual dice somewhere if I can find it.
You had those random ones on your table before.
There was a set of them somewhere. I'm just trying to think where they were. I think actually it's in here, the Sky Tool set. There you go, dice.
Just tell me where you're doing it so I can show it on screen.
Okay, I'll bring it onto the visible thing here. In fact, I'll make you, just for the moment, if I promote you, can you see the bits that are greyed out on mine?
No, just use the orange one. If you do
The
everything,
orange what?
the orange place. If you use the
I
orange
can't,
place,
there's loads of stuff hidden at the moment. I suppose I can unhide. Hang on, let me unhide this stuff because we don't need it hidden at the moment. So you can see the bit of the table I'm using. That should all be unhidden now, I think.
Mhm.
Okay, so I've got a bag of dice here. So it depends. We'll see how it goes to how much I'll let you control. Because we might be easier just to like me control things and you click where you want to go and stuff. So we'll test that. But if you've got something like this, where it's a bag of dice or anything that's got an object with objects inside it, be careful when you drag from it because it will pull the stuff out. So if you want to pick up the whole bag or the whole container, just click it and hold it down until it actually picks the bag or the item up. Otherwise, it will actually remove stuff from it. So if you can see this bag I've got here over the table, if I don't hold it down and just drag off it, it pulls a bag out. Whereas if I hold it down, it picks it up. If you right-click it, you should be able to search and have a look inside it. I don't know if it'll let you guys do that or not. Zoom in, get me closer to it and have a look. Zoom in. That's it. It might be something I've set up so it restricts from you.
yeah,
Okay, so what I can do is, there's a set of red dice for somebody.
It's moving.
But I think I can deal that, so if I deal that to the red player, they've now got a set.
Thanks.
So I can go on here and do Blue dice, deal that to the blue player. Who else wanted dice? Want some purple? It looks more like pink to me. Anyway, so I'm just sending you all a set of dice for the moment. So, can you pick any of the dice out of the thing at the moment, or not?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, cool.
Do you want to drop me a set as well?
Okay,
Why did you do that?
I'm just gonna give you all whatever color. It doesn't really matter. Deal yellow, deal green, deal teal, deal blue. Blah blah blah. There you go. Everybody should have a set of dice.
I've got blue.
Now I have 2.
That's all right. Well, just if you select one of the bags, you can press delete. Or if you're highlighting over the top of you, press delete, it'll get rid of it, or right click it.
Or shall I just delete them?
Press delete, yeah.
I can't
What
delete
the
it.
heck?
You can't delete, okay. Can you right click and delete?
Nope. It's great. My delete is grayed out.
No problem. So who's got too many bags? Okay, get rid of that for you.
Yeah, why are you... I can't get my dice out.
So don't hold it down, just drag off, like just click and drag. No, like click on it and drag off like that. Yeah, that's it. So if you drag it all, it should give you all 7 dice. You have to do it quickly, don't hold your finger on the button, otherwise it'll do that. Okay, so has everybody managed to get a set of dice out? Anyone struggling? Anyone got any?
Again, click on it.
Just click and drag.
These mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why using virtual dice isn't as easy.
Yeah, don't bother with
Just
it.
click and drag. So, like, don't hold it down. Just like that. Just click it down and drag it. Click it down and drag it. It's not. I don't know how else to explain it. But anyone else know how to explain click and drag?
Click the left mouse button. Click the left mouse button.
The other mouse.
Don't hold it.
And hold it,
Just click
and then drag whatever, and then whatever comes out of it.
Okay, so you've
So
got
the
all your.
left
So has everybody managed to do that?
Every of 6.
I have. I'm done.
Congratulations! Right, let's send.
Hooray.
Give everybody a medal for that.
I think we'll just...
Right, anyone got any problems? We'll move on if not. Okay. So that's your dice. Obviously, you on your desk you have a dice tower, which you can pick them up. So to highlight the dice in front of you, you can drag and draw a box around them, and it'll pick them all up. It'll also tell you a total if you do that as well. So drag and draw a box around them. So from not when you're not touching them, like you would anything else. Yeah, that's it. That picks them all up. Now you have to drag and drop to get so they've all got a yellow icon. Right now click over and hold it down. That's it, and then you can drop it in the tower. Okay, and then you can obviously do the same for individual dice. If you want more of the same dice, to say like you might have to throw 2d6. If you right-click one of the dice, hopefully it'll let you copy and paste it, or you can Control C, Control V it.
Little glitch, Miz, is I dropped all of them in the tower, but 3 of them got stuck on the top of the tower.
Congrats everybody for passing the first test.
Yeah. Like go again.
So it separated them out. So
okay.
I was lucky.
You're not going to throw all those like that anyway.
No, that's true. That's true.
So yeah, if you need more than the one, just are you allowed to copy and paste it or not? So if you right click on the dice, does it give you the permission to copy and paste?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Only save object.
Only save object. Okay.
Yep.
Let me have a look in the options.
We haven't got a tower each, have we?
I can copy and paste, no problems.
Yes, because I've promoted you at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sharing a tower with someone, so
Table flips and textual.
Who's that with the grey hand? That's over the reds.
Me.
Dice.
That's nice.
Okay.
Second sec.
Scaling, blocking, notes, painting. Look.
Okay, Kane,
Brilliant.
you can play with the tower. of power.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna use normal dice.
It's
I don't
probably
like these.
this. Try now and see if you can do it.
What?
Right, click a dice.
Right click a dice.
Oh, yeah, I'm using normal dice, but it's good to have the virtual one there just in case.
No, you can't. Okay, I'll work that out later.
Don't worry
It doesn't
about
matter.
it.
It's only if you need multiple dice. For now, I'll control it. It's fine. Okay, so that's I think pretty much the basics of what we need to know.
Can I add something?
What's that? Sorry.
Can I add something?
Yes, sure.
If you have all of your dice selected and you left click and you hold it, and then right click at the same time, it bunches all of your dice together.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Also, if you do the same thing and shake it, it also bunches it together as well. So if you pick them all up and shake it, bunches them in your hand.
God, I do mind, but they just let it all over the place.
Yeah, you got to be careful where they land. That's why there's towers and things. Okay, cool. So I think for now that'll do for that. So we can go to have a look at this character sheet over here in the middle of the table.
Okay. The character sheet.
Let me just.
Can we import our character sheets from D&D into here? Or do you have to manually do it?
You're going to have to. This is. I'm going to show you now. You're going to have to manually kind of do it, but this will help you do. Depends how standard you are, but this will help you do some of it automatically. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge. We're going to have to maybe go through and make sure that it all gets put on there. So if you zoom in and have a look at this, there's like plus and minus buttons and everything else on there, which shows you, all your stats. And there's ways of how you can edit your stats by just clicking on the arrows. But what we're going to do, I'll go for it first and show you how to do it, or show you it. I don't know if it should be able to show you as I'm doing it. So if you look on the top right hand corner, there's new character and pre-generated characters. If I click on new character, are you able to see this screen in front of me?
Mhm.
You are, I think, but you're miles away from the table.
Right?
Use these to move across and then zoom in on it. Someone just picked something already.
Alright, choose.
Makes me laugh, all these hands everywhere.
Grabby.
Right, okay. So this is how you would go to make your own character. So at the very top of the screen it says new character, so you do that. Stop keep clicking it, or I'm going to take your powers away. Jesus.
I'm just trying to look at the
So
thing.
hard from you. Alright, so it should automatically do auto. So if I click like dwarf, it'll then choose sub race that you want to pick. So you can sort of pick hill dwarf. So there is custom and other. I haven't tried that. We'll look in a minute. So say we was making Grim, we can click fighter. And then you can pick your archetype, which I can't remember what he was. Let's just say he's
Battle Master.
Battle Master, I think. So then again, it asks you your background, which is what you should have all been doing on D&D Beyond. I can't remember what he has, but let's just say it's soldier. And then you can start off with what level you start off. So 1. So on this one, it's got to choose the point stats. But you should already have all your stats selected, so you can just manually put them in. But it's probably better to do on this is because it's limited to how many points are on there. If you just confirm it, and then because of what he got, so you pick your 2 skills, acrobatics and say insight. Confirm that.
Miz,
He had
with the skills, if you do the main skills that your character class gets the extra points from, then you only have to change the other ones later.
True, but then you still have to remember to adjust the one that your character skill ones are on. It's probably better to just completely match it. I don't know. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So I think he had 1 tool. And then he had brewer's supplies, so confirm that. Use 1 tool. This is like a gaming set that he had. So this is all the options that you should have had in D&D Beyond when you create your character. Let's just say you went for Explorer's Pack. And then if you pick your weapon, so let's say he had a battle axe. I can't remember how many he's allowed actually. Does it say? Just choose a martial art. So choose 1, click confirm. So now you can see it's completely filled out the form for you. So your weapons are in the middle section. It'll tell you what you need for your attacks, your pierce and the longbow. And then, so what you will have to do is you'll have to go over to this section on the side where it says strength and dex, and then put in your stats that you had. Just to make sure it all equals out what your character sheet that you've done on D&D Beyond. The rest of it, I think the armor class was the other thing, wasn't it, Rithis, that wasn't quite working?
Yeah.
So you might have to tell your armor class.
It wasn't working for the barbarian because he had the racial trait wasn't linked to the armor class.
Right.
And the other armor classes are linked through the armor. So it depends if it knows what armor you're wearing.
Okay. So otherwise, yeah, it's if you've got your character sheet from like D&D Beyond, just check that it's exactly the same as that. Anything that's not, just change the stats. So it shouldn't be too difficult. In that, this is just a little bit way to make it slightly quicker than you input in literally everything. Same as if you want to change your name, you can click at the top. Why did that just lose everything? Oh no, there it is. There's a little thing here. So you right-click this where it says edit it, and then someone else. People do like clicking stuff, don't they? Right-click where it says your character name. This black dot that comes up, and then you'll see at the very bottom where it says you can enter the text for the script. So you can just put your name. So if I put like Grim, and then press enter, and then OK, it changes the name at the top to Grim. Okay, simple.
Can you lock it then, like to stop you changing it accidentally?
It's locked down so it can't be moved. It doesn't seem to have locked down the actual script. Again, once this is like something that will take a little bit of time to set up, but once it's done, you won't need to touch anything. So you can use your pen and paper, and this is be a bit of a reference so I can see what you've got as well. And then in the right-hand side, you can see what equipment you've got, and all the it tells you like the player's handbook, the pages that it's all on, and things like that. So if you need more information on it, you can find it in whatever book it's in.
That's neat.
That's cool.
So that's pretty good. The other thing I found, did I save it as an option or an object? Let me have a quick look. So I'll just show you what I did for Riffius. So when you do all this, we can do it in a different screen. Actually, I don't know, is this the one I did for Riffius? We'll try it.
Should be.
So I saved everything and then put it all in a box. So you got all your storage thing in there, and then you just literally drag. Yeah, that's the wrong sheet. Doesn't matter.
I think that's the only one we saved.
Pull it out. Yeah. So what I've done is I can go through this with all of you. We don't do it tonight, but I can go through it all to make your character. And then you've got all the items and everything else that you've got that represents your class. You can have as a little card. So it's easy to see. You can have that on the table in front of you if you want. So that it'll just represent what you've got, what armor and things like that you've got.
Cool.
So it's a bit like if you had the physical cards on your desk, you can see what sort of weapons and armor and things you're holding. And it'll give you the stats. So if you forget what your weapon does, the damage, it'll all be on there as well. Okay, so that's we'll don't worry. I'll go through all this with each of you individually when we'll set your characters up and stuff. So don't worry too much about it at the moment. Just wanted to show you how it worked. We can always check that a bit later. For now, let's get rid of it. Also, if you're holding an item, if you press plus and minus, it will change the scale of it as well. So if it's a bit harder for you to read. Okay. So that's the basics of that. What I'll do now is I'll load in a scenario thing that I've got. And we can have a look at it. So what I've done lots of things where I've been saving stuff on how it all works, ready to set up myself and bring into the game. Which one was it I just did before? I think it was this one in encounters. I think I need. Let's see what's in this box.
Simba.
I save it? Yeah, let's try it this way instead. The one world. Let me just found that. I know what it is actually. So I'll basically have this hub that I can use.
Have I muted myself or have we gone very quiet?
Everyone's got very quiet concentration.
Yep.
So I'm just pulling these out.
Something's wrong.
Miss, could I ask a favor?
Yeah.
On the right-hand side where it's got the gentleman's table, are you able to remove all that text?
Yeah, I don't know. There must be some way of removing that. I haven't seen it myself actually, but it's yeah.
Bottom
I think
right-hand
there is a
side,
way.
if you click edit note, because mine says you can't edit.
I'm doing it now.
Ah, thank
Oh,
you. There's garbage on the screen. Muchas gracias.
is it something I can do, is it?
I'm doing it.
Oh yeah, it's gone on mine.
Much
So I lock this down to the table. There we go. So now we've got the bay run one on there. Not upside down. There we go. Right. So this is just like a little forest encounter.
It's 3D.
And then I'm hoping this will work when I do it. I'll bring that there for the moment. I won't do it just yet.
I'm not sure about the fidelity of these trees, Miz.
These are just ones that I found pre-made. When you've got some free time, you go into Blender and make a few.
Chris Roberts will be most
maybe
impressed.
A few trees. So one thing I haven't got for your characters yet is there was some D&D models. Where were they? Let me have a look. Characters. I've got them somewhere. Research model. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's townspeople. That's not good. Cragmore Hideout. Back.
Various.
Where's that? That one. Right, I thought I had some RPG ones though. Let me have a look. Horses. Oh, they're working now. They weren't there before. Okay, let's go back out of that. Is that your pointer now?
There. Miscellaneous RPG models.
Oh yeah, I think that's. I'll have a look. I think that's items rather than characters.
Oops.
So who's killing their keyboard at the moment?
Someone's murdering it.
I'm just wondering, someone's literally attacking their keyboard. All I'm
I
hearing
think
is
Sorry, dude. I think my keyboard's too close to the camera. I'll fix it now.
Just
it's cool, man. I've got a mechanical keyboard as well. It's so fun. It's. I had the same. I had to turn the noise gate down on my keyboard, and my keyboard is so far away from my microphone now. I have to stretch my arms to try and type anything. It's hilarious.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I'll switch it to push to chat.
But these are crap. These aren't very good models at the moment. What are you all playing?
I am playing as
Elf Druid. You can have that one.
Posh Spice tonight, I think.
Okay, so that's elf. That's an Elf Druid.
Is it? Are we playing our old characters or our new characters?
Whatever. Just having a character at the moment.
Ooh.
If it dies, can it be resurrected for
Yeah.
the main
This is
campaign
just-
later?
This is just literally learning the software. So
Okay.
it's not.
Okay.
I am playing Ortex Lanner, a high elf wizard.
How many of them are there? 1, 2. There's someone with a bow.
It's not-
There's
Middle-aged fluffer.
I just missed. Where do we get the characters?
I'm at the moment. I'm just putting them on the table. Well, what? I
What's
don't
that
know.
female and male at the top? What's that?
I don't know. Civilian. It
Oh,
says.
civilian.
Just don't worry about it too much. How many?
A fair few.
6. Is there enough cursors there? How many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4,
What's that?
5.
How do you know who's who?
Okay. I think there's 6 there.
All I see are hands moving.
Right. Can you see the? You can see the things on the table, right?
It's 'cause
Yeah,
they-
yeah.
Like you're for the football.
Okay, so just grab a model each.
Mine?
Put it where?
Just hold on to it, so you've all got one.
I have no idea what I picked. I just took something.
Doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's your models. The ones you got now, that's your models. Okay. So put them at the start here, where the purple one is this elf
You know
druid.
them foam hands.
Wow. Okay, we're going back to fantasy grounds, folks. It's anything too hard for you lot to comprehend.
Flip table.
Got my jazz hands going on.
Right, so basically, if it's not your turn, get your freaking hand off the table. Maybe that's the easiest way to do it. No. Right, just stop moving your character around. Just stop it, please. Stop it. Right, let's have to lock these down.
Oh dear, I'm gonna laugh.
There you go. You can't move them now.
Can't do which is mine now.
You can't move them now. Right. Okay. So on the left-hand side of your screen, you see these different tools. Where there's one that says there's a line tool, which is also F5. If you click that, you get like a little ruler come up in your hand. And now we're going to have loads of floating rulers. I knew that was going to happen. You cannot just listen. You have to just click. It's like being with children.
Just think,
Lightsabers. Yes.
only a small percentage of learning can happen from actual listening. The rest of the learning must come from action.
Children. Yeah, but you listen first, then you do your action. Listen,
said-
you don't know what you're clicking. What if I just said you click that and it will flip the whole table and ruin the whole game? Oh, I want this.
Oh my
The clue was in the name, ruler. That's all I'm saying. I get it. Okay,
No, you
anyway,
can't
carry
do
on.
it. Okay, so how do you mark something with a ruler?
You
Very carefully.
you listened carefully to the DM when he explains to you how to mark with the ruler.
Right. Okay, so if you want to target someone, you can just press your middle mouse button. No, not the middle mouse button. See, you don't even know if I listen. If you double click, it'll put an arrow above the head temporarily. Now you may all double click to practice this.
Oh yes.
Okay, so when if
Okay,
you've
also
got like
works.
enemies, you can and you want to pick which one you want to attack, and it's your turn. You can just double click on top and say, "I want to hit that one," and that'll make it a bit easier for everybody to see which one you want to attack and stuff. Wow! Wow!
I'm lost.
Wow!
Me too. Why is it not just an arrow? Why is it a ruler? It just makes a bouncy arrow.
The ruler is because that's what tool it is. It's the ruler tool. So you can also measure with it. You hold down your left mouse button, you can measure.
This is much better because it doesn't leave a line on the page. It just says, right,
Yeah.
now I know I'm 10, 15 meters
Yeah, I
away,
wanna do
12
that.
meters, 30 meters,
Yeah.
and then let go, rather than the other one in Fancy Grounds where you had the ruler and it was permanently there as a
Yeah.
line. And you had to,
Are you
yeah,
meant
that's
to
much
put the
better.
arrow on and then do the
That's it.
measure it?
Oh, that's
No,
better.
the
So I can tell
arrow
the
is just-
distance.
The arrow is a tool for you to tell me who you want to attack when you want to attack. Or the way you lot are at the moment, you can do it to tell me where you want to move to, because I don't know if I can trust you to move your own characters, basically.
No, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool, man. Yeah, because then I got 60 meters. Okay, so 40 meters, 35 meters to there.
I think you're right. And Evis, I need to electric shock collar for everybody that doesn't do
It
what they're
can't
supposed
move
to
to
do.
about 35.
No,
Yeah, so I
that's
don't know.
good.
The scale's not probably right. So what I can do is there's this. We'll probably have to find out what the scale is.
Scale's not right.
Sky tools a second.
Wow. I can literally 70 to the end of the map. Pretty much 60 to the end of the map. Cool.
All right, have you got squares on there now? There you go.
Yep.
Right, so I can change the size. Oh, what the hell is that? Get off the table.
Yeah, your squares are about.
Connect 4 is arriving on the game. Go away. An alien game is arriving.
Right, so if I keep clicking it, it'll change the scale of it. So you can make the squares a bit bigger depending on what scale. Well, that's something I can set.
Small is better, right? Because it's a big forest, I guess.
If you want to, yeah, to make it further for you to walk. So that'll do that.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's really cool.
Right, and also if you've got 3D terrain, which we haven't in this one, but you can have different stages. This tool will hover over the top so that it'll actually show it above. If you've got like a bridge or something like that, you'll still see the movement.
Oh wow!
So we'll have to work out with the ruler what the scale is. So if I drew that now, so one on the ruler is about 5 foot.
Oh really? It's it's 1.5, 1 foot and 1. It says on mine.
Well, 1 to 1.1 depends on roughly where you click from, but yeah.
Yeah, and that represents.
Well, if you say roughly 1 is 5 foot.
Okay.
So you can go. If you can go 30, you can go about 6. So you're looking about 6-ish about there.
So 6
really?
squares.
Yeah.
Well,
Can't you change the line to be like the right?
Or there.
The right numbers, the right values. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just draw the line and
math
then...
now.
Well,
Just
I may
adding
be able
additional
to.
math to my brain.
Well, I may be able to. There might be something you don't need. Well, you don't need the line so much, do you? Because you've got the squares on the table, so you know how to do it through that.
I'm just gonna say, based on the scale of my character and the size of the trees, that there is no way that moving 6 is 30 feet. There is no way. That's like. I'd say
Humongous trees.
the numbers seem about correct. Like 1 is 1 foot type thing. 2
Yeah.
foot. 3
1
foot,
is
you know
1
what I mean?
foot.
Yeah, it just seems like more sense. 60
Yeah.
foot is, I'd say so, based on the scale at the moment.
Yeah, but then if I did that, then you would literally be able to scale the whole map in one move.
Also,
So
No,
that's the end of your dungeon because you just go right there. You go. I'm going over to the end of there. Right.
no, have a look at 5.
I can't go 60 feet, can I? I can only go
Yeah,
30
if you
feet.
dash.
Madness. Have a look at 5
Oh,
feet.
really?
Okay, so 5 feet is melee range for a normal, like close range melee weapon. So
Yeah, a person.
Yeah.
look how long.
The only thing that's
5
not
is.
scale is the height of the trees. But if I put 30-foot trees in the game, you wouldn't actually see the game board.
Okay, no worries, fine. Okay, that's fine. That's what I need to know. That's fine.
It's not
Understand.
the same as if I put buildings in there. You're not going to be the right scale to a building, are
Okay.
you? Because
No, no, I'll use my. It's okay. Yeah, no. I appreciate that, dude. No, it's fine. I just was curious. That's all.
It's more the square representation, and like I said, it depends on how big I want the map. If I want it to be bigger, I can make the squares slightly bigger or whatever. But
Okay.
You'd have to tell us what size the squares are.
well,
then.
the squares are always 5 foot. But like I just said, I can press this tool, and I can make the squares bigger. So then the 5 foot's bigger. So if I do that, now you can travel further.
We just need to figure out how to make the rulers represent more of the.
Yeah,
maps, if
I'll
there's
have
a
to
way
look.
of
There
doing
might
it.
be something in the script. I don't know whether I can do that. If I
The
can,
actual
I mean,
measurement is inches.
otherwise you don't necessarily need the ruler too much because you can just count the squares.
So when you want to get
5,
rid of your ruler, what do you
10,
do?
15, 20, 25.
Click pointer again at the top left. So just click that. Yeah.
Okay. Or F1.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm impressed. This is actually sinking in, even though I'm just sitting here. It's very cool.
It's 3D.
Right. So the other tool I've got is these. Whoops. Let me try and grab them.
Okay. Just gonna go back to rolling
I can
dice.
drop these on here. This might not work. Apparently, I've got a missing panel.
All of the
Oh, that's fine. Hang on. I think there's one missing. Yeah, missing panel 1. There you go. So if I now drop this, pick up the whole lot, please. There you go.
Well, oh
Oh,
yeah,
achievement.
for the like fog of war thingy.
Yeah.
Ah,
So we can't see anything, right? Apart from the trees.
Beyond that square.
except
So now you can't see beyond this. I can change the size of it, so I can do the scale so you can see further.
Oh, that's cool.
Sweet.
Nice.
Mm.
Very nice. Very nice.
Or I can shrink it
Can
so
you
you
have
can.
multiples of them?
No. I don't know actually. I haven't tried.
Seeing for this party's tendency to split up.
Yeah,
Oops.
you might be able to.
yeah, that was the previous campaign. This is a whole new bunch of people.
No, it seems to. It switches between them.
Is it again?
Which is also good. You probably don't want to see what the others.
Yeah, kind of.
That's true.
So anyway, let's get rid of one of those.
What is it? When dealing
So this is like a
fog.
fog. So you can only, if you've only seen a certain distance, it'll do that. It's not perfect because it'll kind of follow you around. So obviously, if you've seen behind you, you then no longer see behind you. You only see the bit that it's revealing. I'll have to see if there's more ways of expanding that or making that slightly different. The other thing I've got, which I don't know how well, so I can also put this on the edge of the table and it'll get rid of it. I can put it near the edge of the table and I think it just blanks everything off. There you go.
Well, technically, if you're going to be walking across the field, then you might have an encounter coming from the back, so you wouldn't necessarily see it behind you.
Yeah. So that's my other option is putting that everywhere. I don't know there's a way to make it thicker though, that's the only problem.
What is it?
It's like a fog of war, so you can't see through it. So like it's hidden until you explore and see what's below it.
You can make it
So I
black.
can, so I can cover that up and hopefully you see? What's that?
Not again. She casts fog.
I cast fog. Nice. Okay, so there's that as well, so we can put the fog of war on. Again, don't forget this is like imagination, and like if you see like in Critical Role and things like that, they don't necessarily blank the whole table. It depends on what he wants to do, but if you see it, you see it. It's not everything. So I have found a way where I can put an encounter on there where you won't see the NPCs. If you would like, so this is where I'm going to have to work out what I do now. This is your armor class. This is your hit points. So if you come to back to your tables and just give yourself whatever your hit points is on your character. So use the top one of the 3 counters. So you all should be around about 11, 8 to 11, something like that.
15.
I
My
clicked
count is not active yet.
Yeah, I clicked the counter, nothing happened.
Okay,
They're locked.
they must be locked. Okay. I wonder if I can give permission for just one. I'm just looking if I can give you position. No, okay. Options.
Well, on the top of
permissions.
the calculator.
Hang on, you can't do
Next
it.
to the calculator.
Which ones would it be? Do I think maybe this?
Hey,
See if you
it
can.
worked.
Can you do it now?
Yep.
Excellent. So yeah, if you just change the top one
That one, 11, yeah.
to whatever your hit points are,
11.
so I can go around and do the same then on. And then what you can do is the one underneath, put whatever your armor class is.
Armor class.
Yeah.
19.
What?
Yep.
Madness, are you able to do this?
Sorry, hang on.
He's having problems with his mouse.
I'm
Cheese, cheese.
deep in the Elven Hills. Sorry, what am I doing?
Oh, what? He hasn't listened at all.
Sorry.
Right. Go to where your table is.
Okay.
And in the top counter, put your hit points. And the middle counter, put your armor class.
Everybody dance now.
Do I have to?
So, Trinity, you're 12. Teal, aren't you? So you're 19. We can change the colour of stuff later. Don't worry about it. And your hit points is what?
I'm going to order some hands off the.
You do that. And I won't leave back on here again. I think he says you got 18. Or is it 19?
Sorry.
I got 19.
Why have you put 18 on your thing then?
Sorry.
No, I'm 19.
Oh, that's Trinity. I'm looking at the wrong
See.
bloody one.
Let's see what you're looking at.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong one.
Oh, I see the top one. Okay. I see.
Yeah, so these counters here. So this top one, just make your life. I think you can, if I right click it, I can actually put HP.
Oh, can you?
And then when you hover over it, now it tells you it's your hit points. You might be able to do that as well. So if you've got your character, you know, your Velros or whatever you made, just put the hit points on there.
It's okay. 2 seconds. I just need to quickly export this character so I can see so I can see his export sheet.
No problem. Josephina is 11 and 13. So 11 hit points, 13 armor class, yeah.
Yeah.
So armor class 13. So what I can do on my desk is go on there and change it so I know what you've got as well then. I did have another one that did it all automatically, which was really nice, but the table didn't work. So and it also would have changed all automatic. So then you're 2. Rithius is 15 and 15. Oh, you're weakling, aren't you?
What?
No armor at all.
No, I have my good shirt on.
My good shirt.
He's got his tattoos of protection.
Yeah.
Give me the hit points for some reason.
Cool.
Oh,
What's your hit dice, Madness?
oh fuck! What's that look like?
Hang on, that's all right. I can log into yours as well.
1d6. I'm on a different character. This is my Ortex Lanner, which is my.
Have you
high elf
joined
wizard.
the campaign?
Which campaign?
D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
Seriously, sometimes. Like,
For real.
right, okay, go on to
I'm so
Discord.
sorry.
Go on to D&D information.
Oh god, I feel so bad now.
You should.
Herding
Dum
cats.
dum dum.
Just carry on with somebody else, and I'll come back to me in a second.
Well, I'm telling you how to go through to join the campaign because this will help you put it in, and then I can see your character as well. Then. So if you go to Discord.
I know. But
Or are you doing something else? Okay.
No. I am. I just have to open Discord. Hang on. Discord D&D. Yeah.
Click on D&D information.
Yep.
Channel, and then click on that link, the last one that's there.
Okay, gotcha. Miserable character. Oh, my characters. So I just add all of my characters, should I, or just?
No, just add the one that you intend to play, or whatever you've got
bit,
for now.
For this bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I can delete them later anyway.
Okay, there is
Jesus,
Ortex.
Jesus.
Ortex
Lucky
Lanner.
your dice don't work. You got no skin.
Okay. My bad.
Okay, you joined.
Yep, Ortex Lanner. There you go.
When you edit a character, when you add a character to that campaign, you'll be able to use all the new stuff that Asnog has kindly let us use.
Oh wow, that's so kind of him. Thank you, dude.
So I can now view all your characters as well. So yeah, so your hit points, they haven't been set up properly yet, but I think for your character.
I mean, this is just the for tonight. I'm probably gonna have another one for next week anyway. So.
Let's just say, what's your Constitution +2? So I think it's 1d6 +2, so 6, 7, 8. Is this a wizard? Yeah. So you've probably got 8 hit points.
Okay.
Sounds
So I'm,
I think you did fix that's why rather than. But we're done about it for now. We'll go through it later.
just say 8 for now then. Okay, so I'll put 8 on.
Just put 8. So put 8, and then I think your armor class, it's got you down as 11.
Yeah.
Okay. So 11 armor class
Okay. Yeah.
and 8 hit points.
What was the last one on this little thing I'm supposed to do?
Nothing at the moment. I think we can do. I can't remember what the third one was. Might be initiative. Oh, passive perception potentially. I don't know. At the moment, there's nothing. You can put them what you want.
Okay. No worries.
So
That's
who
fine.
am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm missing kill. Is 14 and 17. So that's 14 HP, 17 armor.
Correct.
So this stuff, this is like something that hopefully once we've got it set up, I can save it all, and we won't have to do this like every time. And Loki, yours is 12.
12 and 19.
Thank you. 12 and 19. Okay. I think that's everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Excellent. So I've got my own little tracker here, so I can see what your hit points are, and your armor classes. I might set up a third one and put your passive perception because it's quite useful for me to know
I mean, it
when
could
you're
be
walking along.
alternative hit points if you were a wolf.
Yes. It could be temporary hit points. Isn't that the other thing? That's the main one.
Yep.
On that character,
Plus,
temporary.
you could use it for whatever you think is like a good thing. That you
Yeah,
might
so you
need.
could potentially use it as temporary hit points if you get like a buff or something like that. You've also got like a little note card underneath that you can add your own stuff to. So if you get like an effect on you or something like that, you can do.
Okay,
Okay.
new effect, I am immortal.
Mortal.
How would you type on that then?
Right, it should say on the sheet what you do. Right, click it, I think.
Everyone in quiet concentration.
Yep. Skybox, let me just check what all this is, I can't remember. Right, we can do this, but I don't really think we want to bother, but I'll do it quickly just to show you that we can have these effects. So I can click this button and make it rain.
Okay. Oh, cool. I'm singing in the rain.
Did you see that, Tim? You can change your colours. I found it.
Yeah, no. You can do that for everything. So your dice, your tower, everything else, you can change your colours. And as I say, we'll set this up later, probably another time. I'm just trying to learn it a little bit at the moment.
Okay, so next time I take damage, I'm quickly going to change my color.
Gain.
Ooh, I hear the thunder in the background.
I got these little tools that you can put in, so I can stick that there. Oops.
Oh, great.
There's a lot of dancing going on at the moment.
Oh,
Oh, sweet.
Dancing.
this is good.
Yeah, my spreading.
All right. Oh, moist knees. Is the alerts going again?
Yeah.
I don't think I can turn them off. Streamlabs just doesn't like turning them off anymore.
No, you can. There is a way to do it. If you go into the one that's going off, just go into that one specifically, not all of them, and then go.
The turn all off doesn't work again, does it?
No. If you just go into the individual one that's causing the problems, and then just click the top, there's one that says disable sound. That's what I had to do on the podcast because I kept hearing, "Ooh, look at all the pretties" from hardly every 5 seconds, and Jester kept trolling me with it. So I was like.
Moist Noodle, good evening to you, sir. Thank you very much for all those subs and those bits. Very much appreciated.
So
yeah.
you know that with the cards, have we all got to do that, or know that?
What cards?
You know that the info on.
Yeah. So yeah, what we'll do is another time I'll go through
it.
everybody as we'll go through and we'll create the characters because you don't want to go for everybody on stream. That'll just take forever. So what we do is when we've got a time that we want to do it, then I'll do that. So, all got that. Yeah, so that's like little effects that I can put on the table, but I'm not too worried about them too much. Oops. Stop the rain. Stop the rain. There you go.
Can't rain all the time.
I've seen enough rain to last me a bit.
Yeah, I see enough. I
Last
don't
2
need more.
days.
Let me just save.
So what sort of druid are you going to play?
First one.
What one?
Finn?
Sorry?
You're
Totally tuned out.
What druid am I going to play? The mossy kind.
He's keeping it
No,
secret.
what circle?
I haven't decided yet.
You're joking.
No.
Okay.
You haven't got long to make your mind up.
So
It'll be
is
quick.
everybody happy with this so far? So what we can do now is I will never be silenced. Yes, that's it. The initiative tracker at the end here. So this little bar at the one end of the table with all the numbers 1 to 29 is like an initiative tracker. We don't want that. Why is that in there? So pick your colours. So what colours have we got? Purple. We're going to have to change all this because you lot are just going to complain at what one you are.
What's
Red.
this?
Who else was there? Green. Blue.
And teal.
What other colours do we have? Oh, teal. There we go. There we go. So if you guys all want to roll a d20 for your initiative, so we know where you are.
seriously. Hold on.
I was going to throw a line, but it don't really work.
Wow, altogether I've got an 8.
How'd you throw it?
Just use this dice, it's easier. Stop trying to use the computer.
This one.
What are we doing? What are we doing,
Any
sir?
d20.
Just
Roll
rolling
a
d20, yeah?
for your initiative.
Yeah, roll d20 and add your
Oh,
bonus.
20!
you got a natural 20 straight away.
6.
I got a 1.
6.
Really?
Yes.
I got a rock.
Wait,
I was so
Raytheon-
tempted to lie. I was so tempted to lie. And I was like, no.
What did you get?
Raytheus, remember to add your initiative bonus.
Yeah.
So if you roll the one,
It's a 3. Yeah.
Can't see it.
Oh,
I did it again.
I still did roll a 1 though.
initiative.
oops.
Oh, you got your bonus.
Bonus is 2.
Initiative plus. Oh. So I got 2. Oh,
Okay, so
7.
So obviously from doing it this way and playing the game this way and doing it more pen and paper, everything's going to have to be you roll, you're going to have to shout out what you are or what you get. So we're going to have to get into the habit of doing that rather than obviously fantasy ground working all that for you. So if we go through and you kind of tell me what you got. So Refuse, you got?
Rolled a 1 plus 2. Gives me 3.
2, so 3. Trinity, you got?
13 plus 4. 17.
Nice. Put that on 17 then.
Plus 2.
Madness, you get what?
6 plus 1. 7.
Woo. Who else we got? Kill.
Rolled a 10. On my sheet it says plus 5 above initiative, so that makes it 15.
Wow, plus 5 initiative. You're a very intelligent little halfling.
Dexterity.
Dex.
Loki.
I rolled a 4 plus 4, so I'm 8.
Okay, so grab the counter and put it on. And you got 20. Have you got anything on your initiative? 2. So you're actually on 22.
Back
Nice. So I'm just going to roll 9, 5, 12, 6.
I can also name the initiative so that we know who's who.
That's good. We might have to do that because people don't want colours.
I'm going to get confused about.
Yeah.
We're a rainbow nation. I'm used to colors.
Okay, cool. So that's how we'll do in the initiative. So if we say we're playing this scenario, you all know what character you are. So I don't know. Is it easier if you say what you want to do? So you come entering into the forest. Stand in the middle of a forest. What would you like to do?
Hug the tree.
Everybody's going, I do nothing. I want to play with my funny hands.
Forest is my natural.
I would
terrain,
like
so
to see what's around, please. What I can see.
I forage a bit.
So then you'd have to roll D20 for perception.
D20 for perception. Hang on, I need to see if I've got any bonuses on this stuff. So this is very going to be.
So if I look at your character, you have
just so I understand what I'm looking at. So I'm going to go.
perception. You've got
strength,
+1.
Perception +1. So D20 +1, right? Okay. I need to figure out where this stuff is as well on this.
Yeah,
screen.
that's right. This is why I'm just. This is like literally just
Oh.
us rolling through, so we get used to where everything is, how it all works.
Perception on mine is +5.
Mine's
You're
-1.
That's good.
You're an Autix, aren't you?
I'm an Ortix. You?
Oh, sorry, I
Ortix
looked at
learner.
fucking performance. Yeah, perception is +5.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell I saw that.
Good job, I'm paying attention. Right.
Yeah.
Natural 20, boys. 25. 25. What are you
Okay.
doing for the first roll with Ortix? I am
So,
a very wise wizard.
On
Very
that, let's say, because you did that. So what we'll probably do, because of the size of the group and things, what we'll probably do is similar to Critical Role. We'll have like a marching order, which is in D&D anyway. So you tell me what order you kind of want to go into things. But if someone wants to roll for perception or something like that, we'll try and probably do it more group based for some of them sort of things. So if you you've just rolled it now, you roll it for the group. To look at, or we might have someone leading and someone at the back and get both of those two to roll perception for like an active perception, and then the other ones will use their passive perception skills.
Guys, just make sure it's not me. I've got a -1 on my perception.
I'm good on passive perception. Got 15.
No, that's good. Cool. Right. So as you search the forest, you notice up ahead there's a lot of noise coming. And through the thick of the trees, you notice, let's see if this works. Boom. There we go. 4 goblins hidden in the tree line further up.
Okay, so I'm gonna guys, party, we have trouble ahead of us. There are some goblins hiding ahead of us.
Uh-oh.
I vote that we abandon this, go to a pub and have a drink. What do you guys think?
I
have my very fine rapier blade.
Use them and then go to the pub. Maybe they have a copper or two that can make it for doubles.
Okay, let's do this. Let's engage them. Tally ho, my friends! Into the brink.
Well, at the moment, because you spotted them before they've seen you, you've got the advantage on the combat.
Yeah, we've got the advantage.
Oh yeah.
So
What
if you
spells
wanna...
can I do? I don't even know what spells. I don't even know. I know nothing about wizards. Absolutely.
Well, you're like
nothing.
absolutely miles away from them at the moment, though. Like you
How
probably
far
wouldn't have
away
spotted
are
them
we?
from there. But we'll
Can
just
we
say that.
use
So
our initiative?
if you want to point where you want to move to, so you want to roll.
Oh.
If everybody else wants to, do you want to sneak up on them? Let's do that.
Let me
I'm gonna
use my
hide in the
line.
trees.
Let's do the ruler. Ooh, 35 times 5. 35 times 5. Hang on, I need a calculator. Oh, there's
Yeah,
one on my
how do I
desk.
know?
isn't there?
105.
Hang on,
105.
35.
Can I
Oh,
go
you're so
over
clever.
here?
Didn't even get to use it.
31. Is that how far can I go again?
They're 105 feet away from us. Oh, I got some eyesight.
You've got a little calculator on the table, so that will
Yeah.
help you work out the
Yeah, I
distance.
saw it. Yeah. No, I don't need it. Keel's a calculating machine. Clearly, he's done it already. Boom. A 105. So 105 feet. We could
I think we
just go
should-
and stealth it up. What do you think, Joe?
I think we should move
What's your
forwards
character?
in the trees.
Josephina says.
I think we should
So
move
we,
in the trees.
we are in forest, correct?
Yeah, but we'd only be on
You
the
are.
path.
You're
do
in a
we?
path on the forest is either side of you. Deep.
Well, no. Can you see
What
my
did-
line?
Not at the moment because I'm looking at something else.
Not you.
Oh,
Everybody else.
but it
Yeah,
should be
yeah,
at the
we
forest.
can.
Do you think we should go
Forest
behind
is
this
my
tree?
favorite terrain.
What's everyone's names, by the way? The characters' names. in this
But I
game?
know not what it does for me.
I think. Want to go around and tell everybody what your name is? I don't know if you're just playing your other characters over at the moment, so it's up to you.
I'm keeping the same name.
Me too.
Okay, Josephine. Yeah, I'm Ortex, by the way. Ortex, I'm high
Vortex.
elf.
Ortex. I'm Artex.
Vortex and Artex. Oh, dear.
That's gonna be fun.
Weird.
Fighting other creatures.
Oh dear.
What's that thing where you can hide in the trees called? You know, like when you disappear.
I think that was called Valros.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard of this Valros character.
Master of the Wild. That's what I can use.
I heard he died
He's
up a
great.
tree.
I heard he died up a tree. No, I heard he was valiantly defended his foes in a massive orc raid and slayed most of them and managed to get away single-handedly. Wounded, scarred.
And without his amulet.
I'm moving down here. Oh, look. Why is it going to the square? Why does it
Seven.
go into the square?
Because you can't move them.
It's a square.
Trying to find something a second. That one?
Okay, just a quick thing. Moving from the top down to the bottom is going to pass their line of sight, so they're going to have a chance of seeing you.
Not if we go behind this tree here.
I don't know.
What about this one here?
But
Which one? This one here.
I think we
Yeah,
should
that
just
one over here. What about over here?
Yeah,
move straight
flank
up the path.
Yeah?
I'm sticking to
Oh.
the side of a road, slightly in the
What else can I do?
light forest over here.
I'll just wait till everybody moves and then I'll eventually move.
Just off the beaten path.
So I'm just trying to find the monster cards.
I get
I
the
had the
spell
whole
where you
thing
get
somewhere
Mask of the
before.
Wild, so you disappear in the trees a bit. So,
What did I say? These were goblins. Where
so
are
you
they?
too. So that's good.
Humanoids. Let's see if they're on
I'm
the
behind my shield.
There we go, goblin. I've got my little card, so I know what they are.
So what's what we're saying the distance is?
Yeah, that's going to bug me.
Just work on a block is 5 foot.
Quite a few blocks.
I don't see the blocks on my side. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I do.
I don't. I'm not sure why.
You don't see the squares?
I don't see any squares. I just see the map as it was before.
Can you see them on the
Are you
stream?
block blind?
No.
Block blind. Zoom in, Janela says.
Yeah, I have.
Still nothing? Let me cycle through them and see if that helps.
Yeah, if I zoom in, I can see him. If I'm
Thanks, mate. Maybe it's just
That's what
further
I
out,
think.
I can't see it.
That's weird. No idea why that's happening.
doesn't matter.
Okay. So they've got passive perception 9. Okay, so what are you all doing? Have a look.
Who's going first?
I'm
For the sake of this, we'll go in initiative order to make it easier. So
I'm thinking over
you
here.
decide
like you
between
said.
you. Right, so
In
you
my
want to go up that
mind-
way?
Can I use like Mask of the
in
Wild?
my mind. I
think that's
move
just an
very
automatic
fast,
thing.
but being only 4 feet tall, it's actually slow. So I can only move 25 feet.
Same as me.
I'm staying to the side of a road, half in the bushes, moving up my 25 feet, which will put me roughly there-ish.
Okay, so this is your character here. Okay.
Yes.
So if I do that, so can
I'm the ranger with a sword that is not going to use.
about there.
Don't worry about that. Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Joe, where
So
did you want to
I'm
go?
here. I can move 35. So what is that? I want to go over here somewhere.
So you're about there on the tree line still, because you're right over here.
Yeah.
So you can only go about there at
Where?
the moment.
Where?
There. Well, this doesn't matter too much. Just,
Okay, yeah, somewhere
Okay.
around there then. Move me over there.
Okay, so if you guys, you're going to do a
Let's
stealth
stay
attack.
quiet, hidden.
So, if you want
Yes.
to roll for stealth,
Yeah.
so roll a d20 and add your. Is it
Stealth.
Is there a stealth modifier?
Yep, under skills.
So roll a d20.
Me?
Everybody.
Oh,
6.
everybody. Okay.
Why? I'm
Well,
not,
if
I've
you're
done
all
stealth.
stealthy-
I've done stealth.
You're not going to. Yeah, but you can still attempt to be stealthy.
I just have this naturally, don't I?
No, you still have to try to stealth. You can't just naturally be. I'm always in the shadows.
11.
Yeah, it's a thing.
No, it's not a
Someone
thing.
can.
Depends what you are. If you're a wood elf, you have the ability to find cover by by the smallest amount of stuff you can.
Yeah.
find.
Stealth
Oh.
plus 4.
It does say
My
on
racial traits
it's
get
ten-
used
racial
for the first
traits.
time. I
Blah,
rolled.
blah,
Yeah, you can attempt to hide. You still got to. You still got to
Is that the roll,
roll
do
to
I?
hide.
18.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to cast guidance.
Okay.
Okay, so it's what?
So you got plus 4, and whatever your plus stealth is. Ooh, 2. That was really good.
What's that then? 6.
What's your stealth modifier?
I don't have a stealth modifier.
Everybody else. Let me have a look.
That's Dex.
It works off your
It's
dex.
your dexterity.
So your stealth modifier is plus 2. So you do have a stealth
What's
modifier.
that then? Where's my guidance?
So you have you got to roll a d4. Is it d4, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's that.
So it's 2.
Plus 1.
Oh,
2,
Plus 2.
5,
So Joe's got 5. Rithius, what did you tell us?
11.
11. Madness.
6.
Wow. Trinity.
1 plus 4 is 5.
This
Okay.
party is a stealthing machine. That's what I'm saying right now. Literally.
You've all basically got your chainsaws out.
Ninjas.
I'm just going to cut my way through these trees.
I'm probably the only one that's semi-stealth here. I'm on 18.
Okay, and kill.
Run away.
I
now.
rolled a. Okay, but now you got to listen. I rolled a 1, but I take out my lucky coin.
Oh, yeah,
Use
yeah.
my luck
Yeah.
and roll again.
Wow.
How many times
That's
have you
fine.
This
Every
time
single
I rolled.
time.
I rolled
Every single
9,
time.
and my self modifier is plus 7.
So you got what, sorry?
Makes it a 16.
Wow.
16. Okay.
The stout halfling can do it every time.
Oh, yeah, again, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Way to mitigate the odds.
So, yeah, so you all attempt to stealth.
I think I did it. Hey.
As you go through, as a group stealth, was maybe
Son
not
of a
so
bitch.
successful. So while Kane and sorry, I don't know what your characters are called in this one. Kane and Kill managed to successfully sneak into the shadows. Unfortunately, the rest of the group knock just about every twig, branch, rock, and everything else that you can imagine. They scare the animals away. They go skittering across the forest.
Someone breaks wind very loudly.
Ah,
and the goblins kind of turn to face you.
Brune think, can just as well get another beer.
Right. So you can all move a bit closer to where do you? Can you all just put an hover over your character? Let's find the best way of doing this. So Joe's done yours. Brune's moved. Why is there 2 called Brune?
You probably need to have a little list or something.
Well, with that, everyone can have their named characters, so it'll be easier when we're done. We've just not got one. So
You can
let me
rename them.
unlock these.
Where I am is where my character is the blue. Green's on him now.
Right, hang on. Okay, you should be able to pick them up now.
What is that archer called?
So put it not that close. Don't get within about 30 feet of them, I think. Somewhere.
I'm somewhere there.
Okay, so you've all tried to sneak through there.
Not gonna bother.
Who's this character at the back here?
Me.
Okay.
He just decided he didn't want to sneak.
Well, you all tried. Yeah. Okay. So you're all going through the forest. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we'll lock it down into a battle situation. So we'll stop moving your characters.
Now.
Boom.
So I'm gonna roll for initiative for the 4 goblins. So goblin A is 5. Wow. So 1 is 5. The second one 12. Third
That's
one
too far, isn't it, to cast?
12 again. And the
Depending
last
on the
one,
spell.
I don't
10.
know what the distance is anymore.
Some spells are 90 feet, some are 120 generally.
I don't even. Can I ask a really
Oh,
simple
60
question?
feet.
Where do you find the
Sorry?
spells?
On D&D Beyond.
Yeah, the ones I can actually
you-
choose.
If
Right
you
at
haven't
the-
added them, you have to go back and edit your character.
Yeah. If
So if you
you've
click
added
up where
them,
it says all text, where there's like a little green arrow and click edit character.
Yep.
And then if you click on the class one, so number 2 where it says class. No, yeah, class. On that. Yeah, it
What
says
class
class
or wizard?
feature and then spells next to it in grey. So if you click spells,
All right, spell to you currently have no spells learned. Okay, add a
so
spell.
click the add spells. And you can have, so you know 3 cantrips and 5 prepared spells. So you
3
can have
cantrips and wow.
you
Okay,
have a quick look at that while I'll
I
sort
can
this
use
out.
that spell.
I'm quite. Okay. Ooh.
7, 6, 7. I'm just setting up my goblins. 7. So this is obviously, hopefully we'll get a little bit better once we know this is it. So this is obviously what we're doing, trying to learn the software and see whether it'll actually run and we're able to play easily with it. Doesn't help that we've got new characters. Probably should have just used the old ones, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so you've all rolled your initiative already. So first up on the initiative order will be Josephina. What would you want to do?
I'm really confused about this distance thing.
Well, just there's
Like-
squares on the floor. Each square is 5 foot.
Okay, but it's on a diagonal. So it's
Just each square is 5 foot.
Diagonally.
Okay, so
This is your character. That's not your character.
you are roughly 100 and you're roughly 110 feet away from
Yours
him.
is down there.
Oh, 110 feet.
That's not yours.
The ruler gives me 20 and I just multiply by 5. So 105 foot.
Yeah,
That's you.
yes.
It's very far.
5 feet.
It's less cubes, but
Just tell me what you want to do.
Well, the thing is, I can't cast anything, and I don't want to head in because I'm not very strong. So, and I don't think I can even shoot that far.
You can't cast anything.
No,
I think the longbow is
75 feet
120.
if you go
You've
by
got a short bow.
60 feet. What's my short bow distance? I don't think it's like 120 feet, is it?
You can move a bit and then shoot. What is, short bow's distance is what?
I can't move.
150.
That's some good distance.
That's what okay, I got a longbow and it says
What's my distance on my short bow?
Short bow is 80, 320.
oh.
So you can shoot.
Sorry.
Yeah. 80 to and 320.
Yeah. So 80 is. Fuck, what was it? 80 is the.
If we go by the blocks on the screen, she's 75 away. If we go by the ruler, She's 105 away. If I take the ruler's measurement and multiply it by 5, but if I count the blocks, it's 14, 15, which gives it 75, which gives it in the range.
I think 80 was the max, and 80 was max for non-disadvantage, and 320 was
First
max
weapon
at
is normal
disadvantage.
range in feet. The
Yeah.
second one is long range.
Yeah. So at
So
disadvantage.
if you shoot, so you can still shoot over 80, but it would be long range. So what's the distance you are? Well, just move forward, like we will move you forward a bit,
Yeah, okay.
so you're
thanks.
closer. So
That's
Right,
20, so we're saying 20 is 100 feet. So if I need to be sort of...
if you move like here,
Can I just ask what's the board rules? Are we taking the ruler measurement and timing it by 5 and ignore the grid?
yeah, you can
I
do
thought
that.
this was me.
No, I
Oh,
keep
this
telling you that's not you.
I think ruler would be better than grid.
Yeah, ruler times 5. Let's do it that way.
Is there something peeping at one of your
So that's about
PCs?
100 away.
Or is it in my room?
No idea.
That's Kane's fan when he switches it on and off.
Let's say 100. Okay, and what's my bow range?
So 80 to be in a normal range.
So I
So-
need to move forwards 20 then, don't I? So
Yeah.
20 would be 4, according to this. So I
Okay.
need to move to about here.
Okay, so you move to about there.
Yeah.
Right, and then you're going to shoot with your bow?
Shoot with my bow.
Okay, so look what your bow is. So I think your bow is
1d6 plus 2.
so that's to hit. No, first of all you got so the first number is what it is to hit. So here's your short bow. So you've got to roll d20 plus 4. So that's 12 plus 4. So that hits.
Hits. Okay.
So now you've got to roll
1d6.
1d6 and then plus 2. So a d6 is one of those. 6.
Ah.
Wow. Plus 4, was it?
Plus 2.
Oh, plus 2. So you do 8 points of damage. So
This one here,
so,
closest one.
Yeah. 8 points of damage on the closest one. And he is dead.
Lucky strike.
Shazam.
Don't know how to.
Have to make him dead.
Flick him.
There you go.
Action movie.
He's dead.
Upside down goblin.
One good work. everyone.
He doesn't even go to the floor for some reason. Oh, I know why, because he's locked. No, stop. Ah, he's dead.
He's dead and gone.
Right through the table.
Okay, down.
He's down.
That's-
So,
okay.
boom, shoots, and
Maybe
he's
there's a
down.
marker you can put on.
Yeah, I'll get some tokens and things for that. Okay, so that's the end of your turn. Next up is Artex.
I want to move into a closer distance to this fellow. I'm guessing probably I need to move.
Yeah, we're going to need to find a better way of doing this measurement.
How did you do the arrow now before?
Double
Do
click.
that every time.
Which is your character?
The one that says Arctics.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
I want to move here. And then shoot him.
Okay,
So
so what do you got?
my longbow is 2 hit plus 6.
No, it's damage. You got to do, first of all, to hit. So you should say like a +4 or something like that.
Attack
Yeah,
bonus.
hit plus 6.
Oh, +6. Okay, so d20 plus 6.
6. So it's 12.
So that misses. They got armor class 15, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So you pull back on your bow, shoot. And it flies past and misses him.
What's your movement, Artex?
35.
35. Did you move with a ruler 35?
I am sure.
I'm trying to figure out how to move. Sorry, man.
So 35, then it would be divided by 5, so it'd be like 7, wouldn't it? On the
7 on the
line.
ruler.
Yes. That's what I'm also asking. I can move 25, which means I can move to
5. Yeah, so
5 on the ruler.
5 on the ruler.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I moved way too far.
Don't matter anyway.
It doesn't matter for now. Well, this is something. So this is obviously something that we clearly need to look at. What's the best way of working it out? Either I can see if I can edit the ruler values, or we'll have a look at whether we can, like, you have to just put next to it instead of 35, like in brackets, whatever it is on the ruler distance for your walking. But
I'm dead sure we should be able to change the grid to match it.
change the grid. So what? What's the grid now? Is it too small? Is that what you're saying?
Well, say that's 1.
Well,
you saying
5
that's
for me is only 3.5 blocks. I think if we go by the ruler,
Is
then
that better? That sort of size?
bigger then?
That's-
Make it bigger
can't
again.
make-
actually has to go the other way. It has to go smaller, because well, hang on. If we make the blocks 5 on the ruler, then we can trust the ruler to be in feet. So if you bring it up a little bit more.
I think that might be the biggest I'm going to get. I'll try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No. We can figure it at some point.
Yeah.
For now, I'm just gonna take the ruler's measurement and multiply it with 5.
So I won't worry too much. Like I said, this is just practicing combat, so this is to highlight things like this so we know what's wrong and what we can change, which will slow it down. So it's because what it is I revealed the goblins like far too early, but it's only because like Velros did like a very good perception roll, so I thought, well, I'll give you like a heads up on it. But really, you were engaged in combat. You should have just kept moving forward, not trying to combat for the moment. But don't worry for now. We'll just keep going. So yeah, you missed with the longbow. Next up is Green.
Brun.
Brun.
Yes. Brun Ailborn. And he just moves up 5 and holds his attack. Can he hold attack?
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you can't hold attack, but you can hold an action, but you have to say what you think the action's going to be. So
Shoot something in the face, but yes,
well,
I
like you
just
can
want to
say
be
if
there
something
and
comes
wait.
into range, you would shoot, or you can have it if
Yes. Something comes in range, I'll take a shot at it. My
Okay,
range
so
is
like-
150, which they are right on my edge of my distance now.
Okay, you do know that there's one over here as well.
Yeah, still he's
Okay.
He's
So next up
literally
is
15 feet too far.
okay, next up is the 2 goblins.
What about me? Oh, damn.
Well, you're not yet, are you? Who did I miss?
Kane,
No.
I've got a initiative of 8, I think.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they got 3 NPCs before you.
Ah, darn.
Goblins
Yeah,
are
it's only 3 altogether.
That's not. It's 4.
How is it 4?
Yeah.
One's dead.
No. Oh, one's dead. Yeah. I'll say that one. One of them 12 ones is dead, just for the ease of it. Okay, so this one here on the edge is going to go first. So he's got 15. Distance is what, about 15?
15. If you say next.
15 distance, which is
15
his
divided
sling is. Well, he's got a short bow actually. Sorry, 80 and 320. So.
What's the distance?
15.
Okay, what have I missed?
So
Whilst
what's that,
typing.
15 times what?
15 times 5. Yeah.
75.
Just in range.
No, it's dead yet. Okay.
Yeah, goblin died. No, that's dead. So this goblin here is going to shoot at. I think that's Artex, isn't it?
Mhm.
Okay.
You can try.
So the short bow is. Let me have a quick look. +4 to hit. 14 says 18.
Oh, hit.
Hits. 1d6 +2. 5, 6, 7 points of damage.
Ouch.
Ouch.
So on your counter,
So my counter making.
you till, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're 2 life. Okay, that's quite nasty.
Mm.
Okay, so that's his turn. He's going to stay like hiding behind the trees. Next up is goblin number 2. He's going to run through the trees here. Got the wrong thing. A bit deeper in. Okay. Go to find out why his buddy's dead. Run away! Oh my god! Next up is Kane.
Okay. I've got the same movement speed as Kill, so I'm going to go. Wait, 5. That's about there. Somewhere there. Yeah, 5.3.
Okay.
And I'm guessing I'm not in range with my longbow, so I hold my attack till someone's closer.
What is the range? You got longbow, you?
Yeah, I've got a longbow. I have no
150
idea.
or 600 long shot, if that's what it means on the card, which is hard to believe, but
So how far away are you?
It shows 30.2.
just out of 150.
150. So, and what's the longbow range?
Bow. Okay, I got the weapon. Its range is 150. Yeah.
Okay,
So
you can
just
hit
out of range. Yeah. So
or you can shoot with a disadvantage.
let's do the disadvantage. Why not?
Okay,
After
so
lucky.
roll 2d20s and take the lowest.
Yep. Okay, the lowest is a 1, but I'm a stout halfling, so I get to re-roll that one.
Oh, that's true. You can get on a disadvantage, probably, I suppose.
It's never. It doesn't mention that in the book.
Yeah.
House
So
rules.
that's an
Yeah.
15 altogether.
Oh, nice. Good save.
15. But I don't know. We have to work out how that works because it's if you've got to take the lowest, and then you're re-rolling that, then your other one's low. You know? I don't know. That's a bit weird. That one.
Well, it wasn't
think we
anyway.
need
It was a
rules
9.
thing
It
that
was
comes
lower
at
than
the
9.
time.
They cancel each other out, don't they?
Hey,
No.
that makes more sense. Yeah. Instead of getting another.
I remember reading a Xanatos guide where it says we have a disadvantage and have an advantage. But in this case, they cancel each other out.
But it's not an advantage. He had disadvantage because of the distance, and the other one is just he gets to re-roll ones. That's a completely different rule.
Yes, yes.
So-
I'm just using the word disadvantage. Could have sworn I read like it cancels.
It would make sense if you take the one away, re-roll it, and then take the lowest of those
Yeah,
two.
that's what I think you do. You re-roll the one, and then you take the lowest of the two.
Okay, which was the one I re-rolled? Because my previous one was 11, and this one was just a 9. So 9 plus 6 gives 15.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that hits.
Yay! Okay.
So roll for damage.
Yeah, 8-sided plus 4. 5.
5. You roll a 1 again.
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. I get to re-roll that one as well.
You get to re-roll that, I think.
Sweet.
I don't know if it's once per turn or once for every one you get. I'll have to look at that up. But...
The rule says
It's-
when you roll a 1 on the d20 for an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. So it's not
damage. Okay, so
you
it's 5
can
damage.
re-roll the die and must use the new roll. It's
Okay.
only a d20, no other dice.
Yeah.
Sweet, so it's just 5 damage I did.
Okay. 5 damage.
But at least I hit something.
5. Okay, cool.
And that's how it's done.
Arrows hit him, takes it to the chest.
Gotta give him a fighting chance.
Next up is the last goblin. He's going to hold his turn. Well, he's just going to not do anything. And last up is, I think, Madness. No. Did we miss Madness? Oh, no, Madness is next, sorry.
No, it's madness.
Your turn, Madness.
I rolled a 6, so I'm pretty low down on the initiative.
Yeah, it's your turn.
I am going to. Well, I've got my spells now, and I've got
Yeah.
my cantrips, which is kind of cool. I'm kind of figuring it out. I'm kind of as we go along. So I would love to have used the spell, but I'm not within range. I don't think because they need to be within 30 feet, and if we're doing 5 feet is a square, then they're nowhere
You
near
have to
close
move
enough.
closer, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to move my character to, I guess, well, let me just see how far I can go. I'm gonna go within 30 feet of this one that's over here.
Okay.
Sorry, this one that's over here. So I need to be able to line of sight. I guess I need to probably move to about here. I guess. Sorry, it's not working. There-ish, I guess. The red marker's flanking, I guess.
Hmm.
1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, so it's kind of around that area.
Okay. For now, doesn't matter. Just stick you up there.
Okay, and then
That one on the floor is dead. It doesn't matter. You're shooting that one behind it. Okay.
Oh right. Oh okay. I'll need to get. Yeah. Well,
Doesn't
I need
matter.
to-
But like I said, this is just getting the idea of it all.
Okay.
So,
Okay. And then I want to use my spell, which is infestation. So it causes a cloud of mites and fleas and other parasites to appear momentarily on a creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or it takes 1d6 poison damage and moves 5 feet in any random direction it can move, and its speed is at least 5 feet. Roll a d4 for the direction. 1, north is 2, south is 3, east is 4. Or east is 3, and then something's 4 is west. This movement
Okay.
will provoke opportunity of attack, and if the direction rolled is blocked, the target doesn't move. The spell's damage increases. Oh, no, that's different. That's for something else. As far as I get stronger, so I guess I just
Right.
1d6.
That's a lot to
poison.
digest all at once. So
Sorry. Yeah.
That's
No,
okay.
no,
So it's called, what's it called?
it's called
Why can't I see all your
infestation.
spells? Oh, there it
Okay, I need
is.
to-
Spells, infestation. Okay, so you cause a cloud of mites. So first of all, I've just got to do a Constitution saving throw. So what is your spell DC?
Constitution, it says, is 14.
So your spell
On my
DC is 14,
screen.
is it?
It says 14. I guess I would.
I think
sure.
that is it then. Is that your spell DC?
Yeah, it says on top of the thing where it says infestation.
Yeah, I
it
see the
says
14. I
Yeah,
presume that's what it means.
I would guess so.
Should be.
It says con 14.
Because some spells on D&D Beyond, they work it out for you. So they come
Yeah.
with the spell and then some of them don't. In that case, since it's written there, that would be 14.
Okay, so he's got to do a Constitution saving throw. So his con is 10, so there's no bonus or anything.
Oh yeah, attack save is con 14, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So he's got to do. And he rolls an 8, so he fails.
So it gets hit.
Constitution save, which means that he basically takes. First of all, he takes 1d. Well, yeah, you see that in that con 14.
Poison.
Yeah. Where does it say that?
1d6 poison.
Target must succeed on a Constitution, or it takes a 1d6 poison damage and moves 5 feet
Ah,
in a
yeah,
random direction.
Okay, so 1d6. So do I roll the 1d6 or you? I can't remember.
I don't know. I mean, I can roll it for you if you want.
You roll it. It's your damage.
2.
Okay, and then you do a. Actually, well, he's dead. I was going to say you see what direction he rolls, but he's dead. So all these insects and mites buzz all over him and start biting at him and finishing the last bits of life that he has.
Oh, it's a brutal. It's like one of those
That's quite
horrible
a-
sights,
Oh,
Is that a nasty spell?
like in a It's like in the Mummy when all the kind of like the beetles kind of go up.
okay, cool. So that ends to. Oh no, Rithius, your turn. Wow, you're really low roll, didn't you?
Hey man, I'm enjoying this spell stuff. This is fun. I can,
Where are you
I can't
going?
use that. I can't use that
you
again.
muted
Now,
yourself,
though.
so we
That's
can't hear you.
Have
Dash
you
up the
changed
road.
any of these, Tim?
You're gonna dash up the road.
Yeah, as far as I can.
Go, go, go!
Right there.
Run, Forrest, run!
That's it.
So,
Okay. That's well worth the wait that was. Oh, Mr. Barbarian.
Who's this? Teal?
I can't wait to hear the barbarian voice.
Okay, so next up is Josephina again. Top of the round
So,
is you.
is somebody nearly dead?
Yes.
Okay,
Trinity.
that's good.
I'm having flashbacks of the first game. we played.
Someone nearly did. Oh, that's good.
So I don't know whether to heal him now because I can do that.
You can.
Me too.
That would be nice, thank you.
Like
I
that.
would appreciate it.
Let's
Lama,
let's
lama,
have
lama,
a look
lama.
at something.
So this is where obviously we're doing pen and paper
can do
style.
that
You
as
need
a
to know your
bonus
characters
action.
a little bit.
So I could cast and I could then heal. Is that correct?
I don't know. Is it a
If
bonus
it's a
one?
bonus action.
Where?
Healing
Okay.
word is a bonus action.
We'll do that first.
Do that first. Okay. So I'll heal
Artex.
Artex.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hang on, where am I? I'm here, and where's Artex? One or this one?
Does it use your spell slot, does it? Creature of your choice that within range regains hit points 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Which person?
Artex.
I don't know. On the
That one there.
characters. This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Ah, okay. So 60 feet. What's that? That's I can move in the right direction, couldn't I?
oh, that's gonna.
What is the distance?
If that's
That's
say that
50
was say
feet.
it was 10.
That's 10. That's 50 feet. So you're in range anyway.
Huh?
You're in range anyway, aren't you?
13.
Huh?
So that's 50 feet, is it?
You shout the healing word. Heal!
God damn it! Hill!
So yes, so I shout the healing word. Healing word. And
Wow. Really? That's
Well,
your healing word. is-
that's the healing word.
Your healing word is
Like-
healing word! Healing word!
Not fluffy unicorns,
pink fluffy
candy stripes.
Preschool!
The power of healing word.
Catch the unicorn poop.
Context is, I'm open.
Okay.
Password.
1d4 plus 3.
1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. I don't know what that is.
Plus 3.
1d4.
I don't
That's
know why
this.
it's plus 3, but it's plus 3.
How do you know it's plus 3?
Because it says it here on your spell. 1d4 plus 3.
Okay, ready?
Yes. Heal!
1.
Oh god.
Good grief.
4 points. 4.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'm gonna move. I want to move like. So this one is 22 feet, which is what? 22
Dice won't be
times.
with us tonight.
You guys cursed it.
I want to be 30 feet from him, don't I?
That's roughly next to Ortix.
Okay, I'll go there then.
You run next
Okay.
to the other caster. 2 squishies together.
2 squishes together, and I think I'm going to cast.
Fireball.
You know them 2 are dead, don't you?
Which 2?
Them 2.
I thought this one was
He
still
killed
alive.
it.
Oh God, nice. So how far am I from the
Fine.
second
Yeah.
one
You're miles away from that one, you know.
then?
Well, you moved your turn. I think that's it for your turn.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is Artex.
Only one
Fuck.
that's alive is this fella over here, right?
And this one over here.
Two.
See?
I'm
Get
probably gonna nail him. Using my longbow, it is over 150 feet. So I'm gonna target.
Okay, so that's just the right range, isn't it, for your longbow?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no disadvantage, just roll for your attack.
You're about 80 feet of him.
3 plus 6 is 9.
9.
Oh,
That's another miss, unfortunately. So
no lucky bow for you tonight.
shoots his arrow. The goblin just kind of dodges out the way. Oh, it's nice. Thank you. Keep throwing them. Maybe you should catch them and put them in his quiver. I'll stock up on those. Do you want to move anywhere, or is that?
Probably. Let's see. I'm gonna move a little bit backwards towards these people here.
Okay. Move you over there.
Bit of cushion.
That's the end of your turn. So next up is Kill.
I move my movement so that I just clears the tree for line of sight on that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that just about clears it, yeah.
About there. I should be within my range of 150.
Okay.
23 times 5, yes. 115. And 3 times 5, yeah. So yes, we take out the longbow, get an arrow, knock it in there, run over to the dice tower and get a dice. Rolling a d20.
Oh, nice. 19.
19.
Plus your modifier, not that it matters, because it hits.
Yes, my hit on my longbow, to hit on longbow is +7.
What? 19 plus 7? Jeez.
Yes.
It's lethal.
Wow.
That's one lethal little halfling.
And to damage is 1d8. Now to identify the d8. You had to give me all these green. Okay. Green with white on them, that looks like a d8.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Down the tower it goes.
Where it goes, nobody knows.
1.
And it rolls a 1.
Wow.
But
Okay.
my damage is +5 on it, if I don't know if that works.
Six
So
points
6.
of damage then. Okay.
So damage is 6.
So you, oops, just done the wrong one there.
Die, you
Forward.
little bugger!
Get your little short legs, you hobble forward, get your arrow off, fire, boom! The arrow goes straight in his eye. He's kind of like, sticks through. He grabs hold of it and he kind of like wavering back and forward as he's, this arrow is just like causing him immense pain. He can barely stand up. So he's looking extremely bad from that shot. Good hit. That ends your turn. So next up is, I think those two are dead. Next up is Kane.
Ooh, okay. I move as far as I can. That's about here. Okay, I hope that's in range of the little bugger.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, I'm gonna take the bow, and as I shoot the target, I say, "You fight like a goblin." Oh no, wait. You are one. Just uglier.
You're uglier
And-
than a goblin.
It's an 8 plus, what, 6? 14?
Okay, that misses.
Ah, son of a biscuit.
He kind of, as you run forward and start shouting insults at him, and you fire the arrow, he kind of just ducks behind the tree a little bit, and the arrow passes past his head.
You just hear, I meant to do that. Give him a fighting chance.
Next up is Madness or Tix.
Just
Ooh.
after you did that, I tell, what's his character's name?
Drake.
Kane, normally don't warn them.
Okay, so I'm going to get within. Just checking my stuff. Yeah. So I'm going to get within 30 feet of the next one, wherever that one is.
Okay.
And I am going to cast Witch Bolt.
Oh, I love that spell.
So a beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards a creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature. On a hit, the target takes D12 lightning damage. And on each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1 D12 lightning damage to the target automatically.
As long as you concentrate. Yep.
The spell ends if you use your action to do anything else. The spell also ends if the target is ever outside of the spell's range or if it has total cover from you. So basically, I am going to be chain lightning that motherfucker right now. That's what I'm doing. Only now does he realize the true power of a high elf.
Something tells me he's like, I'm quite liking this wizard.
Now you know why I like the spells.
That's all I'm saying right now.
What's it called again, sorry?
It is called a Witch Bolt.
Oh, okay, I see it. So you got a +6 to hit.
That's really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to roll a dice, I guess, to try and hit him, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out what my advantage is. Sorry, because this is quite confusing for me still.
1d20 plus 6. Because of
1d20 plus 6. Okay, because my intelligence is quite high.
No, it's because of your dexterity. It's a ranged attack.
Yeah, it's a ranged attack, basically.
Oh, okay. Oh, 13 plus 6 is 19.
That hits.
So he's going.
You can cast a spell on D&D Beyond as well, so you can.
Oh. Yes, you can.
Quite cool. So I think it uses like your spell slots, because I don't know how many spell slots you can cast in one day.
Level 1
cantrip.
3. 3.
What's a
3 spells?
D12?
No, 2.
What's about?
D12.
1d12.
Madness, you've got 2 spell slots. 2 level 1 spell slots.
2. Okay, so I've just used 2 then. That was my 2.
No, you've just used 1.
12.
Your other one was a cantrip, wasn't it?
Cantrips don't count against you, so
No,
he's
that's
only
what I'm saying.
using
His
one
other one
spell.
was a cantrip, so it was okay.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Oh, I didn't realize
So
the
you-
other one was a cantrip. Sorry.
No, that's a 10.
I thought they were both spells. It says spells on both of them.
This one, I think, was a
What was the
D12.
first one called?
Yeah.
Infestation. I think it's a spell as well. Yes, by
You've
spell
only
book.
got Shocking Grasp is one of your cantrips. I don't know what your other one is.
That's it. I only
Blade
think I have one.
Lord. Oh no, Infestation is a cantrip. You're right.
Oh, he's all right. Oh no, he's right. Sorry, I didn't say that. My apologies. Yeah, he's oh, awesome.
So I'll do 1d12 damage. 2. Actually, no. You should roll that because it's your spell.
Okay, so 1d12. Which
So
one is
D12.
the
It's the one that almost looks like a D20.
The one that says 12 on the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the highest number on it will be 12. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. 8.
Okay, nice. So as you send this bolt of lightning over to the goblin, he's like, and you just see him start like shaking and all this lightning arc all over his body as he smokes and burns, and you see him slowly like crumbling and turning to ash as he just falls to the floor, dead, crumpled under the power of your spell.
Oi, that was my goblin.
Oh yeah.
So that one is now also dead. Yeah, we need to
This
get a
is
little
so
token
cool.
to represent dead.
This is
There you
so
go, he's
cool.
dead. That was the end of your turn, wasn't it? You moved as well, yeah. So that's the end of your turn. Anything for a bonus action? I don't think.
I don't know what my bonus actions are. I don't think I've got anything. I guess I
No.
I could just stand here looking like the emperor.
Okay. Just say something. You can just stand and just go, blow your fingers like
Sparks,
Like
sparks, sparks firing off my fingers.
Cool. So this one is going to attack, and he's going to attack. Who's that in front?
Me.
Standing there. You. Okay. Everybody else just disappeared too.
They ran away.
Right. Okay.
Bunch of girls.
Hey,
I'm
we can't
gonna
move that
run
far.
Short and
With a
slow. Sorry, man.
And then he's going to attack you with his short bow. So he's going to roll a d20 plus 4.
Be right back.
Oh,
Misses.
rolls a 1.
Never mind.
Natural fail.
So he kind of like as he's trying to pick at his arrow, he puts it on the bow and it just kind of falls off as he fumbles and drops it to the ground. That's the end of his turn. And next up is your turn, Rithius.
I don't think I can even get to him.
Let's say
I don't
he's
like
there.
these
You
people
can
with
now.
the short legs.
He's not got
Hey.
short legs. He's a half orc. He's got long legs.
Oh.
Oi,
Got a lot of legs.
What is that? That's.
that's so racist.
Yeah. Well, technically,
Short-asses.
I actually still can't even go all the way to him. So we'll go here.
Sure you can. Just go to him and hit him.
Go to him, hit him.
Step
Fine.
into the light, Caroline.
All right. Go on.
You know you want to.
Do it.
There you go. Look at the scale difference.
Yeah.
This is
And
one big fucking goblin.
I can cleave him from the side with the great axe.
Yeah.
So that is 1d6. No, 1d12 plus 4 for damage and plus 6 on the to hit. Nice.
The d20 first for the hit.
Rythis is like the most calmest barbarian I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Ah.
So I'm going to
Just so
hit you.
so chill. He's like deadly.
Take
Still like
Um,
a trained.
Get that inner barbarian.
That's
Just drop your weapon on him. You're big and strong.
14 plus. The hell is the gone? Yeah.
Plus 6, you said, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I think that
Can't
hits.
find yeah. And right, this will work. 7 damage.
Have you not? You've got a whole box of dice, and you're using that little thing. 7 points of damage. Yeah, that kills him. He only had 1 point of damage left, so you just go.
Right into the side.
Here, hold this. Bah!
Leave him enough. And that is the end of the goblins. Okay. So.
Do a little victory dance.
Well, that went well,
Nervous.
guys.
I didn't even get to use my oh so fine rapier pointy blade. Aw.
So that was the cool. What you need now is to drop like from the heavens an enormous dragon.
In my
Fade into the background.
in my travels, I found that invisibility cloak of Elros.
Oh yeah. I wonder where that had gone. He wonders, Velros, where are you, Velros? He's still fighting.
At
some
least the
orcs
green
and-
is correct.
Oh, I found the D&D figures after all that. For God's
Oh,
sake.
look.
Superb.
So I did all that. I found the figures now.
Yeah.
So
Well, that was good.
this one, as you like standing around, coming from the forest, you get full of those. Okay.
Whoa!
Whoa!
That wasn't a nice surprise.
I was sitting right in front of it.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Let's take this sucker down.
Yeah, let's just go there.
Looks like a dog.
I got something better for madness here. Why is it not going to work? I might do.
It did.
Oh,
I'll just hide up here.
Mother.
It's
All right. Oh
No.
no! We don't like
Nice.
spiders.
That's all right. I'll just go hide up there.
What's
Oh, just
it's a full-on dimensional invasion. Quick, watch out! Oh really? Really? We have to have spiders.
We do. Come on.
Do they animate as well? Please tell me they don't animate.
Some of
they
them
might do.
Thank God. Oh, look at what does this creature need all of those legs for? I just don't.
Creeping and crawling.
do with.
Clearly,
And the hairy legs.
I just had to kill one. I just had to kill one a second ago. He crawled out from behind my desk. I was like, oh come on.
Why is this one losing its...
I mean, I do a good job. Don't get me wrong. I do like getting rid of the bugs and stuff, but just don't do it when I'm around.
That one lose its skin, did it? Got no...
It doesn't even
Oh,
get-
well, mine is
I can't even get in close now. That is just horrible. I have to stay away.
I don't know what you guys are still doing there looking at them. I'm far away.
Good point.
I want to kill it.
Move me.
Yeah, I'm going to
Can we
take.
not
Which
Get
one are we
some of the
taking on?
venom.
Not all three, surely.
Let's take one of them out. Oops. If I do that,
Yeah.
just make it more. Right, let's get rid of the main
So
one. What's
I'm
cool is
gonna
these are
say-
automatic. There you go.
I'm going to give you
So
my
let's say they
vote.
come out the forest, the one come out there, and there's a little, towards the end of the park, you notice a little hidden cave. There's a hidden cave, and it comes out from the rock pool.
One's doing a headstand.
There we go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, who's the closest to me that I can chuck in front of me?
I'm going to cast on him. I'm going to cast my ice knife. Ice knife. Ice knife.
I like that.
Shit.
On this one. So go.
Not that one. Where did I find these monster cards? Oh, there.
So I create a shard of ice and fling it at a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit. How do I know what the hit is again?
D20.
Hit is just a d20 plus whatever it tells you.
What do you mean? Whatever it tells me.
Well, maybe it says +4, whatever.
Oh, +5.
Giant spider.
Oh,
I just-
18.
I found the monster card for it. Nice.
18
Okay.
+5.
18 plus 5. So you got 23. What's that to hit?
To hit.
That hits.
Okay. On a hit, the target takes
Why have I got some
1d10
selected in the floor?
piercing damage.
Oh, whoa, what just happened?
Whoa, what happened? Where's it gone? 1d10. 1d10. What's that?
Floor became for some reason. That's all right. Ignore the floor.
Oh,
Floor's gone.
it's a right. I'm telling you, he keeps wanting to come in that game. Just keeps wanting to play. Oh no. Something else is. What's happened?
Is that the d10?
What's that? Okay.
It's
That's
our
a
backup.
D. No, that's a D. The D10 is the one that's got 5 on it, which is that one, I think.
Okay. 1d10
So that's a 9.
piercing damage.
Yeah.
Target. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage. I don't think there's anything else close to it, is there? Oh, how close is that?
Anything in 5.
5 feet. 5 feet's not that.
Right. Okay. So you hit. Which one are you hitting? This one.
This one.
I think this person's a bit close. Who's Tandros?
Me.
Oh, that's the barbarian. Okay, so he's going to take some damage as well. So what was it? So you hit. What was your damage? 9 plus what?
1d10 piercing
1d10.
damage, which was
Yeah,
9.
9 plus what?
And then hit or miss, it explodes, and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
What?
Or take 2d6 cold damage.
Okay, so he's got to do a dexterity saving throw,
Oh,
and the monster takes 9 damage. Okay. 1, 2,
The target as well, so the target
5,
takes the extra
6,
damage.
7, 8, 9. So we've got to do a dex saving throw.
Natural 20 plus.
Yeah.
2. Goodness.
Oh, I rolled a bloody 3. You got natural 20.
Yeah.
I presume that means you saved. So you kind of duck out of the
Dodge.
way and manage to avoid these exploding darts of ice, whereas the spider just
Spider takes
another
2d6
2d6. So do another roll 2d6. Yeah. 5, 6. So another 6 points of damage. 1, 2, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That's the end of your turn. Nice. Well done. That was a good hit, that one. Next up is Artex.
Oh,
Spiders up.
spider right in front of me.
They're looking at Artex and getting ready to fire the webs at
I
him.
fell over.
Gosh. I'm going to cast healing on myself. Because I'm going to
Cure
die.
wounds.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. Just get that.
So in the middle of battle, we are text touching himself.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only way to live is to touch yourself.
1d8.
We need a sound clip for that.
I touch myself.
Look at that song.
Oh, 7.
What was that, sorry?
7.
7. So you've an extra 7 points. What was your max? So it just goes up to max, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which was what?
9.
9, was it? 9!
9?
So you're up to full life. Was that an action or a bonus action?
That's an action.
Okay. So that's the end of your turn. Next up is, unless you want to move anywhere. Did you want to move anywhere? Or...
I'm going to move here.
Okay. So you're moving closer to it.
Further
Okay,
away from
next.
that
Away from one and closer to the other one. I'm going
one. Just in case.
Next up is Keel.
Okay.
Deja vu.
Mr. Brune. Mr.
Brune pulls out 2 arrows from his quiver and remembers he's not level 3 anymore, but just level 1, so puts one back.
Puts one back. Nice.
Takes his longbow, holding it at a gangster style so that it doesn't catch the ground.
So it doesn't work.
Finds his dice and chucks it in the tower. 3.
Plus what?
3 plus 7.
6, yeah, 6 or 7. One of those two, I remember.
That misses, unfortunately.
Ah.
So, this big massive target, and you kind of told you do gangster style. Put your bow gangsters off, and anyone that knows to ever shot a bow before knows that just makes it go flying off in the wrong direction. He's just watches his arrow just goes flying way above the air, kind of almost dead up, and back down towards you, and lands in the ground 5 feet away from your feet.
I recover.
Do you want to move anywhere, or?
Yes, I can move 5 feet and recover the arrow.
You just go. I'll get that back. Steps forward, picks it up. Okay. Next up is Kane.
Jose. Okay, since I've got a big ass spider in front of me, I'm gonna be moving way back. There, wait, 5 point. There.
As Kane moves back, I say, no
Okay.
clever remarks this time.
No clever remarks. All I'm going to do is, this is how it's done. And I bow the bugger. With the 17 altogether. 11 plus 6.
17. That hits.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
come on. Not a 1 again. Not a 1 again. You can do it. Come on. Daddy needs a... Oh, wow. A 2. Yay. Plus 4. So I've got 6.
6 points of damage. Nice.
Yeah.
You pull back into the straight into the leg of the spider. Just kind of like wiggles on the spot as it kind of tries to shake this arrow away from it. And takes
See, son, that's how it's done.
your little halflings. Okay. Next up is Ortex.
Kill, you do not realize I moved so that I make you the closest target to the spider.
I know. The little halfling will remember. Payback's a bitch.
Not when you shoot like that.
Mavis,
Yeah.
what are you
Am I
going?
up?
I can dodge.
Yeah, you're Ortex, remember?
Sorry, I thought Artex. I hear Artex. I was like, it's too close. The name is too close. We'll have to fix that.
Definitely.
I'm going to use infestation again.
Okay, you can infest a little infested creature.
I'm
with
going to
more
put
infestation.
loads of little spiders, bugs all over this to try and eat it.
Oh, it's gonna go. Oh, my children, come closer.
Eat it. Eat it. So you have to do a Constitution save of above 14.
Oh, please don't turn them back towards him.
Constitution save. It's got a +1 on it.
They charge the spider and end up backing him up.
7.
Okay, so you take 1d6. I'll roll now. 3.
3. Which one are you shooting at? Sorry. That one.
Yeah, the one right next to me, basically. Yeah.
Okay. 3 points of damage. Okay. Didn't it do something else as well?
Yeah,
this
the
is gonna be
target must
fun.
succeed on a Constitution saving throw and moves 5 feet in a random direction if it can move, and its speed is at least 5 feet. So roll a d4 for the direction. So 1 is north, 2 is south, 3 is east, and 4 is west.
Okay, roll a d4 then.
Oh no, that's you do it. It's your.
Oh,
your
me
character.
for this one, is it?
It's your character.
So that's a 3.
So east.
We'll say.
South. You mean.
But there's an object.
In the south.
Oh, sorry. No, north is 1, 2 is south, 3 is east. So actually, you've got an object in the way, so you can't go anywhere. So you're good.
Okay.
Movement. It says here. And if the direction rolled is blocked, the target doesn't move. And it looks like you've got whatever that is next to it to the
Like
east.
a
It's
mound,
like
rubble mound, with the whole.
Yeah, you can't really move really. And I suppose you could. I don't know if you can climb. He's so big. I mean, is that to scale?
That's what those legs
He
are
is
for.
to scout as a giant spider.
Yeah, so you could effectively
You
climb.
could.
over the top
What's
of
it got to move?
5. It's got to move 5 feet. And
feet,
moves
oh.
5 feet in a random direction.
Okay, so we'll just say it kind of
Madness.
Takes 2. It falls over.
rolls over.
Madness. What race is your character?
My race is a high elf.
Okay, this is the first time a spider ever climbed on something and went, eek, an elf.
I'm changing the lift distance, so it's not so bad. There you go. It doesn't drop.
That's better.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, good job. I think that's
Does
yeah.
it now have height advantage?
Yeah.
Yes.
Causes a cloud of mites and fleas and other parasites.
Well, some people are rolling in game and some people are rolling real dice. We just think we're trying to do it a bit more pen and paper style, so those that like to roll the real dice can do so.
Yeah, it's not. It's a lot of fun. I'm
It's all
enjoying
part
it.
of the fun. Okay, so that's the end of your turn. Did you say you want to move, or is it?
No, I'm gonna. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm only level 1, right? So we can't do like bonus actions and things like that. So
No.
yeah, I'm done. That's cool.
You can stick out your tongue.
Next up is Talisar.
Move to the spider. And rage.
One closest to you, I presume.
Yep. And swing my great
Sorry.
axe down on him.
So what are you doing? What are you? You were
Raging.
Yeah. Get that
Come on.
rage.
He's trying to get the inner barbarian out of you, Erythius.
Trying.
Come on, do it.
Rage.
So he can be a posh barbarian. It's fine.
I would like to rage, please.
Very calm.
This
rather
face
angry.
is raging.
It doesn't have to do the stereotypical. It's absolutely fine. It's cool. I just kind of find. I think it's quite good that he's not doing the stereotypical
I'm
barbarian.
raging. I'm really raging.
That's
It's like that
18.
inner rage that the women
It's the inner
have.
rage. Exactly. It's the eyes. It's all in the eyes. That's
18
all in the
years
Look at that,
eyes.
You never know they're angry until the punishment comes.
Silence. It's usually silence. That's the inner rage. No, I'm not talking to
Okay,
you.
that hits. Did you say 18?
24.
Oh, 24. Okay, that definitely hits.
Yeah. And for damage, we have
See, silent and deadly.
5. Oh, sorry, no.
That's a damage.
5 and 4, 9. 9 points of damage.
How do you want to do it?
I want. Ooh. How many? What has he got? I get a good swing on his legs on this side and then one down on his head. Right between all of the eyes.
So as you pull back, you go actually kind of swing from left to right, carve one of his big giant legs off, and it just sort of squeals. And as it does so, it kind of leans towards you in the pain as you bring back the axe around over the top of your head and slam it down over the top of its face, right between all these like hundreds of eyes it's got in front of its head. Straight down, and the axe just kind of, you just hear the squelch as the blade sinks halfway deep into its skull and just sticks in there, and you kind of like have to yank it out, kind of pull hard, and manage to slap the axe back out as it just goes and falls dead floor.
I
Dead
die.
spider.
Dead spider.
It's
Pushing
fine.
up daisies.
Like that.
Hey,
Oh,
Don't.
wow.
This hitbox is
Massive.
I'm not sure.
huge.
Spider tastes very nice, but we could always try maybe.
spider bats.
Roasted spider legs, yeah.
Get some
bats.
maybe harvest his venom glands.
Yeah, maybe.
Also,
Yeah, dead. Something like that.
Like spider
Nice.
armor.
So next up is the other spider's turn. So it's going to see what they can actually do for an attack. Would be nice.
that's it.
Bite, web. They can web.
Spiders, choices. What shall I use?
Yeah. The bite spider just sits there like eyeing you all up with each eye on a different one of you. So like, what can I do?
I keep on pointing to the nearest character.
No, that's it. If the spider was smart, it would web us all.
I don't know how many shots it gets. It can do a web. One creature, unfortunately. Okay, so it's gonna run in and scamper across to closest target.
Tag, you're it.
Straight to Broom, and it's going to attack with a bite. It's like these fangs are dripping with like poisonous venom as it approaches. You can just see these like drips. It's like makes slithering, slurping kind of noise, and it's going to roll a d20 with a +5 hit.
Good thing Kill has bonus saves on poison.
Natural 20. So
Oh, you're gonna have your head eaten. Bye, head.
Okay.
Bye, head.
Oh,
so roll for damage is
I guess I can't dodge, save, anything.
it is 7 and a 1d8 plus 3 times 2. Oh, where's the 1d8? Not that one.
You can come and pick me up later.
Yeah. Whatever's left of you, maybe.
Hmm.
Where's the 1d8? That's a 1d8, isn't it? Yeah. There's one of them.
It looks like a little triangle that stands up.
Yeah, I found it. That's not the one. I'm trying to find out my 2 different sets. There we go. 1d8. So 2 1d8s. Double threes. 3 plus 3. 6 times 2 is 12 points of damage.
Oh, that's a ranger.
And then you must make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
He's got bonuses on poison. I just don't know how they
I have
work.
bonuses on poison.
It means
Yeah.
you take you halves the damage from it, but first of all, you got to see whether you take the damage first. So roll a d20.
D20.
Yeah.
Come on, Ranger.
Come
I'm
here,
rooting
you
for
bane of my life. D20.
Do it. Come on.
Okay.
Ghost
5.
of
So that hits you.
The ghost of
So
Velros into dead.
2d8. So I rolled. Oh, I do another 2d8 points of poison damage. So, oh, fuck me.
Dead.
2 1s. So you do 2 points of damage, but halved because of your resistance, so an extra damage. So you take 13 points of damage total.
I have 1 life left.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
what? Really? What?
Wow.
What? With 1 life? I swear I thought that was going to be a kill. Oh, wow.
That would have killed
I
me.
have 14. I have 14 HP, so that drops me to 1.
That would have so killed me.
Sinks both of its fangs into you as you feel this poison ebb through your body. You kind of manage to shrug it off a little bit, but it pulses through, feeling the effect on it. You kind of go limp, just about staying conscious at the moment.
To engage or not to engage?
So next up, after the spider, is Loki.
Oh, son of a biscuit. I don't know if I should charge or not.
Save your fellow halfling.
Wait, let's see. Oh, damn, it is in my personality. Okay, I move up.
Or is it
To
bring a
attack with-
halfling to work day?
Yeah. Okay, I move up and I'm attacking with my oh so fine rapier.
Okay.
Come on, daddy. 11 plus 6 is 17.
That hits.
Yeah. Can I do amazing? Ooh, 8 plus 4. Yes, that's 12.
12 points of damage. Okay.
Highest I could have rolled possible.
Nice, well done.
Good.
Still alive though, isn't it? Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's still alive. So you run forward. So I'll save this little halfling. Get your rapier out and you just slice it like a kebab right away through one of its eyes. Slicing it through, just it sinks all the way down into the shaft. And the spider's like reels in pain, drops the other little halfling Broom to the ground as it reels back, and sort of as it reels back, it slides back away from the rapier. And it looked, yeah, that did a lot of pain. You could see it was
See, pointy end, go in. Works.
pointy end first. Okay, so next up is, who did we just have? Velros or Ortix.
Ooh, okay. I'm torn between, do I cast a familiar and have a little thing flying around for a bit? Nah, let's.
No,
do-
familiar is a ritual spell that takes longer. It's normally done outside of.
Takes 10 minutes. Excuse
That
me,
is
guys.
it.
You do with the spider. I'm
I'm just gonna do this.
I'm just gonna
Candle.
cast I'm gonna cast a bunny, a nice live fluffy bunny to kind of like be my companion. No, don't worry about that. But we'll do
Between all the pain, I just held out. Just be careful with your AoE spells. I'm not going to survive much
Having-
anymore.
Having seen Roland go down, I'm summoning the witch bolt again. I've got my second. I think I can only use 2 spells, right? So this is my second.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fire another witch bolt at this sucker,
Okay.
to try and help my friend
You
who's
can do
clearly looking not very well. So what do I need to roll again for this one?
Range +6, I think you had.
So
Range
D20
plus 6. D20 plus 6. That was it, right? Okay. D20 plus 6. 6 and 7. Oh, 13.
Uh-oh.
13. Unfortunately, that doesn't hit. So which bolt kind of goes over to the spider, and as you see it just kind of hit over the spider, it washes over, and it kind of just it's too busy shaking and reeling in the pain of this the eye, so it doesn't really feel
Whoops.
effect from it.
Well,
Any movement? Or
shame. Shame. No, that's it. That's all I can
Okay.
do. So
End of your turn. So next up is the barbarian.
Probably should have moved a bit closer.
Turning around, I'll look for the nearest thing alive to kill. That's not
That's
my fellow
Ortix.
teammate.
Clever.
So I turn around and head as far close as I can to the nearest spider.
Okay.
Which I don't think is all the way there, is it?
No, probably not.
No.
Not unless you dash.
No, we won't dash.
Okay.
Just as far as I can with the normal 30 feet. So it should be...
Cool.
Centimeters about there-ish.
Yeah. And since he's still a bit far away, I will throw a javelin at him.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh, we got another
Please don't.
javelin toxin in the
Oh,
room.
no.
Oh, the irony.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go.
He saved up all them
Arena.
ones from before. Durax chucked in his back and he goes, I know how to throw a javelin.
I have to throw a
My
javelin.
halflings all of a sudden gets a cold shiver.
Roland's like, oh my god, please.
Oh, fuck. 8.
Yeah, that. The javelin sort of flies through the air, and he kind of just watches this javelin goes really low to the ground, just misses, goes underneath the legs of both of the spider, and just skitters along the floor past both the halflings.
As long as it doesn't,
Doesn't
hit
kill.
Bruce, we're all right.
Doesn't kill Roland. It's Roland in the back.
Luckily, he's at a right
Stabs his
angle where it kind of misses. Okay. End of your turn. Next up is Josephine.
Yeah, I'm going to pull out. I think I'm close enough, aren't I? That's
Yep.
that. Oh God!
Yeah.
Didn't mean to do that.
You're about 30.
30.
right.
That's close enough for
Yeah.
my short bow, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely.
Pull my bow out. Make sure I can see him.
I spin my bow back and forth.
Killer.
But I can see him.
You can.
Okay.
The other thing I got actually.
Pull my bow out and trying desperately hard not to hit Brood.
Oh me.
Shoot. Oh you. You're not nearly dead. So but my arrows are quite lethal.
He's not worried about you so much.
And
Yeah, I noticed.
fire one of my arrows at this spider. D20 plus 4, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting better now, look. 12 plus 4 is
Hits.
16.
Yeah.
1d6 plus 2 pierce.
A D6.
1d6. 4
Four, so
plus
6
2.
points of damage. The
Points of
arrow's
damage.
flat for the slices into it. Taking another shot to its belly. You notice as the arrow sinks in and it kind of slumps down and it's almost like struggling to keep up on the one side now. Because it's looking in a very bad way. Next up is Artex.
Hey. Oh, son of
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it also with my longbow.
Okay.
I was gonna heal you, Roland, but I'm sure we'll kill it before it gets to.
Yeah.
And that will be written on the tombstone.
I thought I'd get there first.
I'm sure we'll kill it before everybody dies.
balls to the wall. Small little halfling balls to the wall.
God,
7 plus.
that is so bad.
Miss.
Don't die.
Oh,
What did you hit
Damage.
roll, sorry?
7 plus 7 plus 6. 13.
13.
Misses. Don't worry, I'll kill it before you bleed out, Ronan. No problem. Pull back, and then you just see this arrow, boom, just almost follows the path of the javelin, just skips along the floor, and misses the spider. Do you want to move, or is that it?
I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay, it's Brune. It's your turn next.
Run away.
No good.
Hide
I'm
behind us.
dead already.
Smack it.
I just don't know it.
Don't worry, just-
The rest of the people in. It's too close to use my bow, so I pull out my short sword.
Is this to go with your small
Question
balls?
here. Sorry?
Is this a
Yeah,
short
yeah,
sword
yeah.
to go with the small balls?
I tuck them in.
Tasty duck.
Yeah. Question is, on my previous ranger, I had 2 of these weapons. Do I keep them on the halfling?
That's up to you.
I think so.
I don't think there's.
Oh.
I mean, last time I rolled
Depends, was
twice to hit.
Was it dual will because of the heart? Was it the elf, or was it?
It's a
because of the-
ranger. I don't know if it's a ranger or.
The thing with dual
half-elf.
weapons, for any class, you can, if
Mhm.
you're proficient in the weapon, you can wield 2 if both of them are the size of short or finesse weapons.
Yeah,
The
and
first-
one's an action, the other one's a bonus action.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
the bonus
with
ones.
only with the one you add the plus whatever for damage. The second one you don't add a plus to damage.
Yeah.
Okay, but both have to hit.
Yep, same.
Okay, so bonus action, two short swords. In my case, normal size swords.
You'll say fucking knives.
Balls.
For the rest of the party, butter knives.
Yes. Grabbing my little D20 into this cursed tower, it goes. First one is a natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay, roll
Add
again.
plus 7 to it.
So that's one crit.
Down the tube it goes. This
And
one is
actually,
18.
Wow.
Okay, both
So
hits.
plus, that's
Um,
25.
and you got 3 lots of damage. So what's the damage?
My
short
damage
sword.
is on the short swords is a d6 plus 5 on the one.
So d6 plus 5 times 2. So and then just d6 plus, just d6.
Do I roll? Do I just roll the d6 twice?
Which one's the d6?
Just a standard.
Hang on. Hang
Like
on
a
a minute.
normal-
What's it? If I do that,
Monopoly dice.
you can roll 2
Oh,
now
no.
if you want.
Okay, then I grab them like that.
That's it.
7.
4, 7, and then plus 5 to that.
Yes, it's 12.
Wow.
So 12 points of damage plus another d6, isn't it, for the other one?
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So just pick one up.
Okay.
Nudge it in. There it goes.
6.
So 18
nice.
points of damage. Yeah.
You'd be dead.
How would you
So
like
dead.
it?
Has to be dead.
Filet.
I'm a bit short, so I'm just gonna go for the hacking off his limbs until he's
So,
flat on the ground and then stab him through the head.
okay. So as you're like laying there almost dead, you kind of like with one arm, left hand, slice sideways, chop the bottom end of its front leg out, and it bends down towards you. And as you do so, you bring around your right hand arm with the short sword, stab straight into the top of the skull as you sink it down right to the hilt, and it just sort of lets out this low-pitched whine as it kind of, you see the legs collapse on itself. His belly slams to the floor. Dead.
And jump on top and go stabby, 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 stabby,
I
stabby,
just
stabby.
slightly like
do
squint
that.
under all that goo and just go, yeah. Eesh. I need a
Well
bit of
done.
help here.
Well done.
Well done, everybody. Yes. So Roland at the moment is like laying on the floor, almost dead. The rest of you slayed.
Can we do
Both the
some
giant
like
monsters.
medical support to him? What's that?
Yeah.
Can I
So you
can I go and help him finish being dead?
Run over.
Well, you want to go and kill Brew?
What's it called when you do that? When you do some.
He's in a rage. He's in a rage mode. Right
He's
now.
still raging. He just wants to get something alive, so he runs over and like.
Stems on his head.
I continue stabbing. Stabby, 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 stabby.
Get my bandages out and bandage him up.
So you do a medicine check.
Thank you, Druid. Thank you.
Clever
What's a
idea.
medicine check then?
Well, he's not dead, so he's not stabilized actually. So it's,
Oh, yeah,
you
but I
just
can
need
still
to.
try anyway.
He's stable. He's
Oh,
not dead,
okay.
so that wouldn't do anything. Did you just get eaten by a
If I
spider?
stumped my toe, I could be in serious harm.
Yes.
Man, rocks are big.
You need to like
Quick.
pop a healing potion or something. Basically, did you literally get eaten by that spider?
I don't know where he went.
You put it in the spider. You got you. Okay, cool.
That's what you do. You can just turn yourself upside down on him.
What? You're not riding him. I've changed the height so you can't lift it up so high as you was before.
Thunder's
You don't need to
grievous.
change the gravity. Anyway,
Everybody wants a pet.
we'll end the stream there because that was the end of like just us practicing. As I said, so sorry it was a little bit bitty today, guys. It was like I said, a tutorial and an introduction for us. As much as it is, we thought we might as well stream it and show it off so that you guys can see what we're up to, how we're learning. Let us know what you think in chat if you liked this compared to Fantasy Ground. If you prefer the look and feel of it. Obviously, a little bit hard to judge when we were very slow on it because we're still learning it all. But hopefully, I don't know. We'll have a chat on and see what we all think. But yes, thanks everybody for joining us. As always,
Yes.
very much appreciated. You call my name? No, sorry.
Cheers, guys.
Remember that every Friday is Stout Sturdy. So if you missed this time, I'll probably put this up on YouTube anyway as just a video just to show you what we were learning and how bad we were doing at it. But I'll stick it up there. But yes, please keep coming back every Friday to come and watch some more D&D. And if you're not already in my Discord, jump in my Discord. You can join in with the D&D chat there as well. Let us know what you all think. Otherwise, thanks as always for all your support, all those patrons out there and everything else. We really appreciate that. Did I forget to put my bot on?
Round of applause. No one died.
And if
We
you
did all
like
that.
it, you want to support us, you can get us t-shirts with very cool, designed by myself, with the logo, Stout and Sturdy, and everything else. So you guys can get some sweet logos and stuff. So if you want to get a sweet t-shirt, it's a bit different. Go for it.
Why when I hover over
still
the
don't
dice
like
do
the
I
game.
always have two?
Now the bot's there.
Looks pretty nice.
Fine time. Are you wearing it? No, you're not wearing it today. There you go. Madness is a seller. He always is. But there we go. So yeah, but thanks
It's all
as
about
always, guys. We do appreciate it. Yeah. So thanks for coming. Monday next is the Asylum podcast. For those of you that are obviously here from Star Citizen, there you go. Rithis is holding up the t-shirt. It's a freaking nice t-shirt. So come and join us on Monday as well. Otherwise, thanks for your support, and we will catch you all later when Rithis presses the button to get rid of us all. We should read news. I don't know if the D&D community do.